Just when you think we have all the answers, Dragon Ball changes the questions. Welcome to the Super Magic Show special edition. It's a special Friday night stream. I am bathed in red, and I'm going to explain why. My light's in red, and I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. But I'm sure many of you have figured out this is red. That right there, my name is red because red is the color for today. I'm sure most of you probably know by now, I would hope, that Dragon Ball Daima episode 18, as promised, was going to give us something big. And what it gave us was the return of Super Saiyan 4. Now, I made a promise to you guys, and I said that when I did my review, I would have the thumbnail be non-spoiler for several hours, and then I'll change the thumbnail. So the review dropped around 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, and I didn't change the thumbnail till around 4 o'clock, and that's when I scheduled this stream. So hopefully that gave everybody enough time to watch the episode, but I do know that some of you guys were spoiled by social media or other YouTubers. I tried to make it clear to everybody, like, if you really don't want to be spoiled, this was the week to, stay away from everything until you see the episode. If you have, a long work week or a long work day, stay away from everything as best you can. Am I coming in choppy? Am I coming in? Somebody said I'm coming in choppy. I don't know. Let me know if I'm coming in choppy. But what I wanted to tell you is I was trying to let everybody know that this was a big week. And this is not all. It's not over yet. Next week might end up being just as big. There's more stuff coming, and we're going to talk all about it today. I'm going to give you all the information on Super Saiyan 4. I'm going to explain to you why we're here, how we got here, why it matters, and I'm going to answer the questions about how it ties into Dragon Ball Super or how it doesn't tie into Dragon Ball Super. Apparently, Crunchyroll crashed. That's what I had heard. Crunchyroll actually crashed, which I was not expecting. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm rocking my GT shirt, of course. Let me bring on my guest, Jordan. Welcome back to the Super Magic Show.
Thanks for having me.
You knew this was coming because you're in close proximity to me. And I told you it was a Sun Wukong inspired form, and actually it looks even more like Sun Wukong than I was expecting. We're going to take a look at the form. We're going to go into all that stuff today. But first, I wanted to ask you, Jordan, what do you think about Crunchyroll crashing, bro? I was not expecting that.
It's not shocking to me, honestly. I mean, I think it's a side effect of the fact that when stuff like that goes viral on the internet itself, people go try to watch it on Crunchyroll because, nobody likes necessarily to be spoiled, and people just can't resist getting on the internet for some reason. So they'll get on Twitter, they'll see, the spoiler, they'll be like, oh man, I got to see that myself. And I think it's bigger than Crunchyroll. I think it's a side effect of Crunchyroll and social media.
Other sites crash too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's
I couldn't believe it. Ultra Instinct crashed Crunchyroll back in 2017. But that was 2017. That was 8 years ago. I thought by now they would have upgraded the servers, and maybe they did. But I never in my wildest dreams would have imagined that Super Saiyan 4 would crash Crunchyroll. Now, let me go again. We're going to get to some of these super chats here. Obviously, I knew about this going back months, and I did not leak it because contrary to what you may have heard by a hypocritical content creator or whatever bullshit you want to believe, I did not ruin everything in Daima. In fact, there's still more things to come. I chose to keep this a secret, but I did tell you guys Goku would be getting a new form, and I said keep an eye on episode 18. And I said that because I didn't want to say it was Super Saiyan 4, and it's really not Super Saiyan 4. It is and it isn't. This is a new variation on Super Saiyan 4. It's not the same thing. So let me go ahead and get these I got a couple super chats I want to quickly get through real quick. Jacob says, do you think SSJ4 will appear again in Daima? We got 2 episodes left, bro, and there is still more to come. So I would wager that's a likely possibility. Bosnian legend, will you accept Islam? Me and Heesh will help you. That's a complicated question that goes far beyond today's subject matter, bro. But thank you for your caring. So, okay. First thing I want to get out of the way, right, is should I just pull up the episode or what? How do you want to do this? We got a couple different ways you can do this.
I guess you can. Yeah, I mean, if you have no issue with that.
Let's just go ahead. We're not going to watch it, but we're going to pull it up so we can talk about it. Okay, Let's go ahead and share the screen here. Stand by, y'all. Just give me a moment to get the screen. Okay, so first of all, this was a very entertaining episode, even regardless of it. So this scene right here, I'm going to talk more about this in tomorrow's breakdown, but people are already asking about Super Saiyan 4 and whether or not it's going to be in Super. And this is not the same Super Saiyan 4 as in GT. This Super Saiyan 4, hold on, let me get back. I'm going to get back on for a minute so you can see it clear. This Super Saiyan 4, this was totally different. This was a mutation that Goku received by getting lots of Blutz waves from the Earth in GT, and it mutated him from a Golden Great Ape into Super Saiyan 4 when he was able to control all those Blutz waves. This in Daima is something totally different. This is the power of magic.
Yeah, that's right. And after Neva does this to Goku, Piccolo talks about how he has a ridiculous amount of chi. And also in this episode, we see Glorio power up for the first time using chi. And I think that that's partially what this episode is trying to delve into, is the relationship between magic and chi. Because magic, in this case, powered up Goku's chi. But in Glorio's case, Glorio's chi powered up his magic. So the two have like a symbiotic relationship. And Neva's magic actually just made Goku overall stronger. Not like in the sense that he has more magical power, but it actually gave him more chi. And I think that's very important because that's something that people kind of misunderstand about this form. It's not Goku being powered by magic. It's magic literally forcing a mutation onto Goku. It is a forced mutation. Like Goku has no control over what's happening to him here with Neva. Like,
yeah, that's something we do have to clear up for everyone. This is not the same transformation like if somebody is training, because I've seen some people comment, well, Goku didn't train to get here. No, that is not how this form works. Now, if you're wondering what the name of this form is, okay, the name of this form is literally Super Saiyan 4. That, at least that's what the internal Toei documents state. Now, I'm going to go ahead and switch my screen here for just 1 second. Bear with me. Hold on, y'all, so I can get – I'm making a point, but I'm not super fast with sharing my stuff. So this right here is an early internal Toei design of Super Saiyan 4. This is from Toei Animation.
This is what you showed me whenever you were geeking out about it being Sun Wukong-esque.
Yeah, because it is Sun Wukong-ish. His hands are bigger. He's got – it's not exactly Super Saiyan 4. Now, I show this because I want to make it clear that internal Toei documents refer to it as Super Saiyan 4. That's what it's called internally. Now, will they change the name of it? Possibly. You have to remember that with Dragon Ball Daima – with Dragon Ball Superhero, Gohan Beast – was called Final Gohan originally. So sometimes they do change the names. So this whole thing here, so Neva Neva's magic power is like so far and beyond. Okay. Jordan, you're going to have to change your vocabulary here. When did Goku get chi? I thought he only had ki. Chi and ki are the same thing. The Chinese call it chi. The Japanese call it ki. It's the
Yeah,
same thing.
I know it is chi just because I'm more involved in like Chinese myth than I am.
But in Dragon Ball, they call it ki.
Yeah, and they do call it chi a few times in the manga as well. But yeah, I mean, I can try to call it ki for you guys if that makes you feel better.
It's the same thing. Don't get confused. The same thing. So what ends up happening here, let's go a little bit more forward, is Neva. So this whole scene, bro, what do you think about this whole sequence, bro?
It's very important because I saw, some people talking about how there's no context for the form, but there is. It's just through visuals. It's not through being blatantly told through audio. It's through visuals. So, like, for example, this right here, the reason they show Goku's heart here is because Neva is essentially triggering Goku's heart to cause him to mutate. Because when the Saiyan's heart starts beating rapidly, they mutate in response to whatever.
Like when they become great apes.
Right. So he's essentially forcing Saiyan biology to cause Goku to mutate in this sense. That's the reason you see Goku's hands get bigger, his arms get bigger. He literally grows like new aspects to his body that didn't exist before. And that's because Neva is essentially creating a brand new body for Goku in that sense, like through magic. And what I think is very, very interesting about this, and I've talked to you about this in some of our previous streams, is this is a perfect combination of magic and science. It's magic taking advantage of the scientific, biological aspects of the Saiyans' bodies. And as we've discussed before, that's what the Makaiyoshin use to develop their life. So I don't think it's a coincidence that Goku taps into his great ape-like power in that sense.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna add to what you're saying.
But I think that is a side effect of the fact that I think the Saiyans, this isn't the first time the Saiyans have been influenced by magic, is essentially what I'm trying to say.
Right. Now, here's the part I really want to go into because this is going to explain more about what actually happened here. So we have, can you hear that? Or is the audio on for that?
I can hear it. Or I can hear you. I can't hear that.
Oh, you can't? Okay, let me see. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can make it so you can hear it. Stand by for just a quick second, y'all. I have to make this, if it'll even work. I might not be able to. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So as Jordan said, right, this is the heart, but this is what gives it away. So what we're seeing right here, if you see this, what this actually is this is basically Goku's molecular structure and DNA. What's happening here, pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you, and I'm going to go more into it in the breakdown. Neva's magic triggered something because Neva is like the most powerful Namekian ever. We've seen him do stuff that nobody else has done as far as magic goes. He might not be physically strong like Orange Piccolo, but magic-wise, this dude's hacked, right? This man, what happened was Saiyans are not from the demon realm. At least that hasn't been revealed yet. Maybe they are, but it hasn't been revealed yet. Neva's magic triggered something in Goku's Saiyan biology. Now, the reason why we know that is because all this symbolism is meant to represent the biology, right? And as you can see, his hair, it's still kind of Super Saiyan 3, but it breaks. So, okay, look.
And I like that. I like that it's pretty long. That's something I really, really like about this design in comparison to the old Super Saiyan 4 is that his hair is really long, and I like that. Because it never really made much sense to me that Super Saiyan 4 had shorter hair than 3. So I really like that. I think that's awesome.
Now, this little swirly thing is supposed to represent the tail. You have to remember this, ladies and gentlemen. You have to remember this. A Namekian removed Goku's tail, Kami.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, before the 23rd tournament. This Namekian gave Goku his tail back. And why did he do that? Because Neva's magic, he was able to tap into a power Tamagami 2 never knew he had. With this is literally a combination of what happens when you have a Saiyan upgraded by magic. Yeah, that's what this is. Goku could never have reached this level by himself.
Nope.
He had to do it through this magic. And it's a mutation. And because Goku didn't even have the tail, there's a good shot right there of the tail. This means that Neva's magic is able to tap into something primal and turn Goku into this new Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, he's exaggerating the latent primal character traits of Goku and his species, the Saiyans. But I do kind of want to go into why it's important that, despite the fact that Goku was given this form by Neva, he still, in his own unique way, earned it. And what I mean by that is Neva only helped Goku because of who Goku is. If Neva did not have an understanding of who Goku was or gain an appreciation for his actions, he never would have helped Goku and gave him this form. And that's something that the series has kind of been hinting at and talking about throughout the entire thing, about how the Namekians are willing to help people with their magic, including the Dragon Balls, if it's the right type of person. So Goku did, in his own way, earn this through essentially being the type of person that Neva expects you to be in order to use the Dragon Balls. Basically like the legendary Namekian warriors, Goku kind of fits that stereotype, and that's the reason that Neva was willing to use this magic on Goku. Now, what I really like about this scene with Goku's tail, especially like the later parts of
it's beautiful looking for sure.
Well, they make sure to continue to show that magical aura around him, and particularly in reference to his tail. Like they make sure to show that like this is all the basically they're making sure to point out that the tail specifically is the result of magic, and I think that's really cool. Also, during the initial transformation scene when he gets the red eyes, he looks extremely demonic, like very, very, very demonic, like straight up grade 8. So that was really cool too.
And we got some super chats, guys. We're going to get to them in just a minute. What I wanted to say is that the cool thing is some people in the chat are saying this is true Super Saiyan God. Not exactly. I see where you're thinking that, because the hair is similar, and I already saw somebody theorize that this is what Beerus was dreaming of. I don't think that's exactly what's going on, but I think you're on the right track. This, to me, is more like Super Saiyan Demon. Like, if there was ever going to be a Super Saiyan Demon, this is it. Because it's got the traits similar to Super Saiyan God, but purely primal. And you have to understand that being primal, being animalistic is ungodly. So it's sort of like the opposite of Super Saiyan God, not as far as like, in a crappy way, but just the source of the power.
And also, what Neva used to unlock the form just so happened to be what the Makaiyoshin used to develop their life, which is science and magic. So it has those themes inherently built into it, just through how Neva chose to like bring the form out. Essentially, genetically altered Goku, and that's the kind of stuff that Orensu and all of these like evil creators of life do. That's what they do. They mess with life, they experiment with it, and that's very similar to what Neva did here. So.
Not to mention, and we're going to go over this more in the breakdown tomorrow, there is a scene in a Journey to the West movie where Buddha puts his hand out and upgrades Tripitaka's power. They literally took that freaking scene and put it into Daima. So people that think that, now I'm not saying you have to be a Journey to the West nerd like Jordan to appreciate Dragon Ball, but you can't pretend like it's not there. It doesn't make the series better or worse necessarily. That's obviously subjective, but it shows that Toriyama is still borrowing from Journey to the West all these years later. Now, the form obviously resembles Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4, and that's done on purpose. What have I been telling you guys? Dragon Ball Daima borrows from OG Dragon Ball Z, GT Super, and Heroes. I've been saying it's going to take from Heroes, Mira and Toa, Glorio and Arinsu. Like, it's the Demon Realm. All that stuff is just Heroes lore rewritten by Toriyama. That's why it looks like that. Go ahead, bro.
That movie that you're talking about, Stephen Chow, the guy who created the movie, he kind of created it to impress Toriyama. Like, the whole entire movie is like a love letter to Dragon Ball. He even asked Toriyama to do the cover art for it. And Toriyama he actually wrote a review for it and published it. Anybody can go read it. And he was a huge fanboy of that movie. So it's not shocking at all that it would pop up in modern Dragon Ball. That film came out in 2013, which was like right before the Dragon Ball Renaissance. So,
it was right when Battle of Gods came out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's just crazy that we're here now. So we got to go through some of these super chats. If you have questions, we're going to answer a lot of them. Super chats get priority. Some of you have been asking about, well, what about Dragon Ball Super? Why doesn't Goku use the form in Super? We're going to get to all that. Just please bear with me because I'm kind of overwhelmed right now. Just, please bear with me because I have a lot of questions I want to get through. The super chats are people paying to have their question answered. And because of that, they have to get priority because they're the ones who are actually donating, which I really do appreciate. So Super Alvin Jackson says, crazy day. I would love it if the new SS4 form was called Super Saiyan Primal. I said in the summer of last year that if they ever brought Super Saiyan 4 back, they should call it Super Saiyan Primal. And it's a perfect name because if you look at Nakatsuru's original notes, he straight up said he designed Super Saiyan 4 to look more primal.
Right. Well, I'm not. They may name it that, but given that
right now it's just called SS4.
Well, yeah, but given that Toriyama did the Gohan Beast thing, I wouldn't be shocked at all if this form has like a completely different name. Although it could be just like Super Saiyan 4, like you said. It still wouldn't shock me if it had like a more unique name. So.
Jordan, is there anything that Neva can't do, bro? This motherfucker went like this and reactivated the Dragon Balls. This motherfucker went like this, bro, and fucking upgraded Tamagami 2 to where Vegeta had to go Super Saiyan 3 to beat him. This motherfucker went like this, bro, and gave Goku Super Saiyan 4. He's got the, and I hate using this word, bro, but Neva's got what I'm going to call the canonizer. He's got the special beam canonizer. He is so powerful, he can canonize anything. So if you want Super Saiyan 5 or Zycor, talk to Neva, bro.
Yeah, and then you got Purunga flicking Goma away, which is wild.
We're going to get there. Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
But it does make you. It really it makes it valid what Shin said about how the Demon Kings would use the Namekians as tools. It's very, very likely that, I mean, one of the main magical abilities that they focused on for Neva so far is his ability to make people stronger through his magic. Not that they haven't showed other aspects of his magic that are impressive, but that's one of the main things they focused on since they've introduced him as a character. And that has a lot of like value for the demon realm and the previous Demon Kings. And Neva has been around for a very, very long time. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if he's like empowered different species throughout the ages and had like a similar role to the Kaioshin or the Mukaioshin. Because Piccolo, as you know, whenever he's training Gohan, he talks about how he's going to make him a perfect member of the Demon Clan. And then
that's like something we talked about on the Mandalorian. So check out me and Jordan's Tuesday streams.
Yeah, and then here recently in Dragon Ball Super, in the manga specifically, Piccolo, whenever he talks about training Pan, he talks about how he's going to mold her into the perfect little demon. That was something he said in the manga. So obviously there's like this inherent desire amongst the Namekians to develop that kind of life. And it seems like Piccolo has kind of tapped into that part of themselves that they've been trying to bury deep, you know, by trying to pass on his demonic knowledge and his teachings onto Gohan and Pan. I do think that, you know, basically what I'm trying to say is I don't think it's a coincidence that the Kaioshin and the Namekians were paired together, and that there's this theme for both the Namekians and the Kai or the Glend when it comes to developing and working on life. Because don't forget, Piccolo was at one point the half of Kami, and Kami's job was to also develop life on Earth. So we've already seen a Namekian who has a similar job to the Kaioshin. So what I think's going on here is I think they're trying to draw a correlation between the Namekians and the Glen and their ability and the effect that they have on life, not only in the mortal realm but in the demon realm.
Bro, but Neva, like all the Namekians have special abilities. Well, most of them do. I mean, Dende can heal, Saichoro Guru can unlock your power. This is like what Guru did to Gohan times infinity. Because if you look at the way that Neva did it, guys, he went into Goku and infused demonic magic into Saiyan biology. This is why Jordan said it's magic and science. This is what happens when you take magic. Remember, this show was originally called Dragon Ball Magic, and science, which is the Saiyan biology, and you put them together, you got this form. It's different from Super Saiyan God and Blue and UI. It's something that Goku would have never been able to get if it wasn't for somebody with the kind of magic that Neva has. Also, I love you guys. I'm reading some of your comments. One person brought up Toomba from PS1 and how Goku kind of looks like that, and you put a big smile on my face, so that takes me back. By the way, if you want to play a good Journey to the West game, there's a game on PS1 called Sayuki Journey West. Me and Jordan have talked about it. It's a Final Fantasy Tactics type of strategy game, but it's with Wukong and the Journey to the West characters. You got to try it, man, if you like those games. Let me get to some more of these super chats, man. We got a lot. We got 26 to get through, and we're not done. We're going to talk more about Super Saiyan 4 because there's a lot more to come. Okay. Hugo says, not going into spoilers, but would you guys like Vegeta to get the new form as well? Maybe SS4 Vegeta Bug Fusion next. So I'm just going to lay this out for everybody. The Bug Fusion is not what you think it is. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to leak what it is, but it's not what you think it is. It's not like a Gogeta or Vegito thing. It's something they have not done before. So Gogeta is Metamoran Fusion, and Potara would be the Vegito. So if it's Goku and Vegeta, which it's not, at least I don't think it is based on what I saw, it won't be that. Now, would I love to see Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta come back? Sure. But this version of Goku already kind of looks like that. Bro, look at the aura. Look at the way this motherfucker, bro, look at this shit, bro. Look at this.
Yeah,
I think there it is. I
think that aura is their way of being like, this is powered by magic. Like, I think that's what they're really trying to tell you with that aura, because it's very similar to the aura that Tamagami 2 had. It's very, very similar.
You know, I'm about to stunt right now, Jordan. I'm about to stunt 101. Okay, so what do you see on screen right here? There's the episode. This is the episode, right? This is the episode. This is what I got last year. This is the episode. This is what I got last year. I'm a fraud. I have no sources. I'm just a big phony. All right. Jordan, have you ever seen this picture?
Yeah, man. I'll never forget the day you flashed it to me, and I was like, what the hell?
Do you remember, was that day before today?
Oh, that was way before today. I can't even remember exactly how long ago that was. It was a long time. Yeah.
That's fine. But Geekdom, you lied about Super. Okay, bro. I got my lap has plenty of room for all you bitches. You understand what I'm saying? Anyways, not you guys in the chat. I love you guys. Let's get back to the super chats. Dante says, what does Pelotep Con?
Basically, bro, what Gloria is.
Basically, I can't speak Namekian.
Yeah, it's what
bro, listen, I'm like Piccolo, bro. I can't speak Namekian. I'm like Piccolo, bro. I can't speak.
I will say, look, just to answer your question, I think it's very, very obvious what they're trying to do. Do you remember 17 in the Tournament of Power, how he changed from being around Goku, and then then 17 ended up making a wish like Goku would? That's exactly that is exactly
foreshadowing that.
Yeah. So that's exactly what's happening here with Gloria. And I'll tell you why I say that. Like, I'm very, very confident that he will betray Arinsu, and I'll tell you why. Because Glorio didn't like that Goma was ruling the demon realm with an iron fist. He was also a jerk to the people of the demon realm, and Arinsu seems not to be that much different. He might have considered her a better option at one point, but that is no longer the case. And if he grants her all that power, he's basically contradicting himself, and he's not going to achieve what he wants to. So he has all the motive in the world to betray her, and whatever decision he makes, it's not just going to save them in this moment. It dictates the fate of the entire demon realm. If Glorio makes a wish, a selfless wish, it'll perpetuate the demon realm to new heights. But if he makes a selfish wish, it'll drag it back down where Rinsu wants to drag it back down to. So that's very obviously what's going on. There's a lot more writing on this wish than people have really considered.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil what the wish is going to be. I just want you guys to pay attention to the foreshadowing. Clearly, next week's episode is called Betrayal, and Glorio's starting to have a change of heart. You figure it out. You don't need me to tell you what's going to happen. They're foreshadowing it. They're hinting it. Glorio, and let's not forget Glorio's power up in this episode. You want to get to that real quick? Dude, Glorio was
important. Yeah.
We have never seen Glorio. Look at this, bro.
That's the Goku effect. You remember the last Super Magic show we did together? I was talking about how Tamagami 3 was pretending to do the Kamehameha and how everybody was learning about Ki, and that was the effect that Goku was having on the demon realm. Well, this episode really, really hammered that home through not only Glorio, but also through Majin Do. Because Do saw Goku power up using Chi, and he was like, maybe I can do that too. And so Goku is like teaching everybody about Ki. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please. We gotta move through these super chats, bro. We can't have too many long conversations because we'll never be done. But to answer Dante's question, I can't speak Namekian. All right. Kiryu the Dragon Warrior was expecting them to use the purple power-up bug shown when they bought the bugs as to how well get a new form. I'm more interested in how this form will play into DBS later. For my final judgment today is a peak Dragon Ball day. Okay, so we need to talk about Dragon Ball Super because a lot of people seem to be under the belief that, well, because of this Super Saiyan 4, now Super and Daima are in different canons. Goku, listen to what I'm saying. Goku can only access this form with Neva's magic. Jordan, is Neva in Dragon Ball Super?
Sure isn't.
Was Neva there when Goku fought Beerus?
No. And this form isn't even really strong enough that it would be worth it.
I don't think this is on the level of like Super Saiyan God or anything like that.
Right.
I think, well, okay, it might be near it, but it won't be higher than like UI. Forget it. Yeah. Now, here's the thing I want everybody to understand. This form exists because people wanted it. Let me make this very, very clear to you guys, and I want you to really hear what I'm saying. Al Wynn right here said fan service form. That's exactly what this is. Yes, there's a lot of Journey to the West stuff. There's a lot of hero stuff, but let me tell you the truth about Dragon Ball, which I've talked about in other videos. Dragon Ball is very corporate. The only reason why you got the Future Trunks arc, why Trunks came back, is because Akio Ioku told Toriyama, hey, you should tell a story about Trunks because he's the poster boy for Dokkan, which was a new game at the time, and for Xenoverse. Bam, Trunks comes back. You want to know why Dragon Ball Super Broly happened? Because Akio looked at the analytics and said, wow, people really like this Broly. Toriyama sensei, can you rewrite a new story with Broly? Gotcha. Toriyama did it. You want to know why Gohan was the main character of Superhero? Because how many Dragon Ball fans were like, we want Gohan back. We want Gohan to go back to Cell Saga. How many of y'all have said this? Don't even lie. Don't even lie. Do not lie to me. How many Dragon Ball fans have wanted Gohan to become a big shot again? Bam. He's the main character of Superhero. It was supposed to be Piccolo. Gets a new form. Super Saiyan 4 exists in Daima. That's why Daima exists, because you cannot, listen to me, you cannot have this take place later in Super because Goku and Vegeta are already trading with Beerus and Whis. They've already got UI. There's nothing higher than angel power. So when they were coming up with Daima, they realized that Super Saiyan 4 is popular. Toriyama Sensei, can you create a new Super Saiyan 4? Bam. That's why you have it. And I'm telling them the truth. That is, you have it because it's popular.
Well, this logic people have of getting mad at fan service falls apart when you consider that the only reason Dragon Ball exists at all is because the
fans wanted it.
It's not just fans, but it's because his editor was like, "Hey, you should do this." And that has been all of Dragon Ball has been that. It's not just Akio. It's like literally his entire career.
I'm saying nowadays is Akio. Modern.
Yeah, era. Right. I'm just trying to say that if you're going to say that the media or the product itself lost some sort of value because some sort of third party was giving Toriyama tips on how to make something popular or make the fans happy.
Toriyama's always gotten tips.
That's just horrible logic because Dragon Ball has been completely built on that from the very beginning. That's the only reason it exists.
So, right. And that's the thing. I want y'all to understand this is not just like, I'm not saying this in a bad way. Think about this logically, right? Think about this. I want y'all, I'm being serious. I'm being genuine with you guys. Like, pretend you were a Akio and your job was to give Toriyama ideas. And you went and you looked at your analytics and you saw that, okay, people don't like GT that much, but they like Super Saiyan 4. So why don't we take ideas from GT, pluck them out, and make a new series? You got Daima. That's why I don't understand if people are shitting on this, if this is what you wanted. Yeah, some wanted Broly to get the form. I get that. I get people wanting Gohan and Broly to get it. Broly's doing his own thing. But, like, that's the point I'm trying to make is that's why this exists. That's why Daima exists. That's why it takes place before Super. Because you can't have Daima take place after Superhero because we're at the end of Z and there's other stories to be told, probably by Toyotaro in the future. So they had to figure out a place to tell this story where it made sense. And this is the place that they chose.
All right.
That's it. Hopefully now they understand.
Because I know you've got a lot. So let's.
No, I'm sorry. Jordan, I'm doing the best I can, man.
It's fine. It's all good.
All right, we're going to move on to the next super chat. Xavier says, I feel like this version of SS4 will cause more morons to either skip, ignore, trash, or hate on GT more. SS3 Vegeta and SS4 Daima better than Super. Okay, well, you said a lot there, but as far as people skipping GT, the problem is that people do that anyways because they've been told by their friend that it's not canon. Now, I understand if you have a lot of shit going on in your life, you got work, you got, what I don't like is people who shit on GT without watching it. At least watch it before you shit on it. I don't think GT is anywhere near as good as Dragon Ball Z or OG Dragon Ball, but there are things I enjoy about it, like genuinely. There are things that I think are fun to watch in GT, and there's a lot of great ideas. It's just that they fucked up some of the execution, but everyone's different, and I think, I'll be honest with you, I think that Super Saiyan 4 being put into Daima is actually, I think you're right. I think more people will probably choose this as their preferred Super Saiyan 4 than the GT one because Toriyama had a hand in it, and people really care about what he says.
Right. But yeah.
All right. Jacob Johnson says, hoping Goku and Vegeta both tap into SS4 in Daima. Okay, we'll see what happens. She Spacely says, Glorio development is making believe him and Goku fuse. That's possible. That is very, very possible. Dead Dark said, keep smashing it. Thank you, Dead Dark. He was the guest last week. And then Dai-chan says, just wanted to say, thanks, Geekdom, for not spoiling. My thumbnail for the review was non-spoiler for 5 hours today. Then I changed it to Super Saiyan 4. So I gave everybody 5 hours to watch the episode. Hopefully you guys listened to me when I said stay off the internet, because I had a lot of my friends bitch, not at me, but at the internet. I had a couple friends of mine, Jordan, say, fuck, man, I opened up Twitter and the first thing I saw was SS4. I'm like, bro, I told you that. Don't go on. Do not click the app. Go to Crunchyroll first. But then we find out Crunchyroll crashed, so it's not all their fault. You know what I mean? Damn you, Crunchyroll and your shitty servers. You know what I'm saying, Jordan?
Yep.
Like, fuck.
Yep.
All right. Santos Vasquez says, the new SS4 reminds me of Toriyama's drawing of GT Super Saiyan 4. Yes. For those who don't know what he's talking about, when the GT Dragon boxes came out, Toriyama drew Super Saiyan 4 as like a tribute to Nakatsuru, and he was very touched by it. He was very, very honored by that. And here we go again. Remember, guys, the guy who invented Super Saiyan 4, Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru, he's the lead animator on Daima. If anybody knows Super Saiyan 4, it's the guy who made it, right? So I guess him coming on would have been a clue. Super Alvin Jackson, thank you for your generous donation. He says, this is the closest super chat to the new Super Saiyan 4 form color. That he's right. That is true. I like that this is the same color to SSG. There has to be a tie-in. Maybe also Hope Neva explains in the last 2 episodes what he did to Goku to unlock that form and why we never see it again. I hope you're right, because if not, people are going to be asking those questions. I think me and Jordan explained it the best we could, but it would help if Neva said something, right?
Right.
Brandon says, I almost want them to just call it Super Saiyan Daima, but that could also be cursed. A buddy of mine thought it should be called Super Saiyan Magic, but you never know. All right, CJ owes the guy hero. Let me just say CJ. I love the new form. Daima's earning its part in the franchise. This episode made Do my favorite new introduced character like Hit was in Super. What'd you think about Majin Do in this episode, bro?
I think he's really cool. I like Do. I just think he's, him and Ku. I like their dynamic. I think they're interesting.
Dude, people thought that this was Do absorbing Vegeta, and then when I was sent this, I was like, oh, I didn't know that happened, and it didn't. It's just Do is able to mimic Super Saiyan 3. That's impressive, bro. That's impressive.
It's very Saiyan-like of him too. But Boo could do that. If you remember, Boo was copying people like crazy during the Boo saga, so it's not shocking.
The thing that blows my mind about Super Saiyan 4, bro, is all these awesome frames. Like, it just looks so great. All right, Victor says, bro, do you think Neva wrote the Namekian Book of Legends that was mentioned in Dragon Ball Super? Also, do you think he wrote a bunch of powerful spells and incantations in the book and recalled one of those incantations to power up Goku to SS4 to fight Goma? Everything you said is very possible. As far as whether or not he actually did that, I don't know if he wrote the Namekian Book of Legends, but somebody very old did. Neva is the oldest Namekian we've ever met. This dude predates the Grand Elder of Namek. He predates the original Nameless Namekian. This dude's been around for millions of years. If he's the one that put the seal between the demon worlds, he's been around for millions of motherfucking years. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was him. What do you think?
Well, I think the fact that the Saiyans are connected to the Namekian Book of Legends is very, very relevant to what's happening in Daima. That's something that a lot of people don't consider. You really have to sit and consider the implications of the Namekians and the Kai being so close, as well as the fact that Toriyama has expanded on the fact that the Namekians have been keeping track of the Saiyans. All of this stuff is actually painting a grander narrative. And that's what I like about this Super Saiyan 4 transformation in particular, is that right now, just on the surface, you can just look at it as a transformation, but it also has implications that can connect all of these dots surrounding the Saiyans, the Namekians, the Kaioshin, and things of that nature. Like, it actually can feed into the grander narrative of the story. So,
can you imagine if Neva unlocked Gohan's power, bro? Would that be above Beast?
I'm not sure if it wouldn't be Beast, to be honest. If he wouldn't just bring out Beast, like I'm not, like because Gohan is a half Saiyan, and I've always kind of looked at Beast as like his inner Beast coming out. You know what I mean? That's kind of what Super Saiyan 4 in this instance is for Goku as well. So it might even have the same effect as Gohan Beast, as far as we know. But I mean, it's an interesting concept to think about.
Yes. Gaz Gumag, Grafter of Nightmare, says, what's the name of the Arc Saga? Demon World Saga? No, it's called Dragon Ball Daima. And I'm not trying to be a smartass. Dragon Ball Daima is one arc, 20 episodes. I'm not trying to be a smartass. It's literally just called Dragon Ball Daima. You could call it the Demon World arc if you want to, but that's the name of one of the Dragon Ball Heroes arcs, so don't get confused. Just some Mexican with a mustache says, so honest question, do you think this breaks canon? No, because I'm the guy who tells everybody that there is no canon and that most people's understanding of canon is flawed. You can't break canon if there is no canon. And
do you mean the continuity? He probably means the continuity.
No, I know he does. But what I'm saying is these people, a lot of them don't know me. Like, there is no way to break canon necessarily because there is no real canon. And that's another look. I'm not going to get into that in this video, dude. We got too much stuff to talk about. But 95% of the fandom misunderstands canon, and I'm going to make a video about it because there's a lot of misinformation out there. It is not the fandom's fault necessarily. There's just a lot of misinformation out there. A lot. And I'm going to go over it in a book. So Bob Black Sheep says, Namekians are like the guardians of life. Neva trusts Goku with this power. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Da Juan says, what if he knows of Bardock to tie into the manga? I don't think they're going to mention Bardock and Daima, bro. I just don't see it. That's almost too.
Nah,
that's almost
I think they just wanted
distant.
to show. I think they just wanted to show Bardock at the beginning of Daima to give you some context for Goku's character. I don't think they're going to mention him at all.
Isn't it funny that the Bardock they showed at the beginning of Daima is the one from Dragon Ball Super Broly? But Jordan, Daima's not canon to Super.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, again, people don't understand canon. DJ Amp, there's an element of Path to Power with Daima being kind of a remake with alternate designs. Yes, I see exactly what he's talking about. I like to use the word retelling for Path to Power. Path to Power, the movie, is a retelling of the first two arcs of original Dragon Ball, just like Curse of the Blood Rubies is a retelling of the Pilaf arc, but without Pilaf. So if you think that Daima is like a retelling of GT, it's not, because GT, the Demon Realm is not in GT. Pansy and Glorio are not in GT. It's not, I don't like saying GT 2.0, even though we literally have Super Saiyan 4, right? I say GT 2.5 because it's different enough to where there's still reasons to watch GT if you want to. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to watch it, sure.
Yeah, I know it's up to you. But I think everybody should watch it before they criticize. Bob Black Sheep, thank you for the super chat. Gaming Hub UK, the transformation sequence was a reverse Orange Piccolo. I also love the effects of Goku on Glorio, and the Demon Realm. I need a Glorio story. Yeah, it seems like they're teasing that Glorio's turning babyface. We talked about that earlier, that he might end up wishing to help Goku as opposed to help Rinsu.
Right.
You know, the next episode is going to be all about Glorio.
And yeah, Goku was powered up by magic, just like Orange Piccolo, except Neva was the one to do it instead of. It is very similar to Orange Piccolo in that sense. I can kind of see where you're coming from.
Will Piccolo absorb Neva? I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. We still got 2 episodes left, but I don't think so. Speed Punch. I like the new form and also maybe a new fusion next episode. Also can't wait to see what Daima has to do with stuff in Super now. Well, like I said, Daima's its own story, but it'll get wrapped up in a way to where Super still makes sense. At least I'm hoping so. I don't know exactly what they're going to do in the last episode. Nimble says, is Daima canon to... Is Daima canon to Super like GT in a different dimension? Dragon Ball Daima takes place 1 year, a few months to a year after the Buu saga. Dragon Ball Super is 3 years after Daima. Welcome to the channel, bro. Because we've been talking. I answer that question at least once a week. Tony Fianto says, "Is Porunga Red the OG dragon since the Demon Realm came before the multiverse?" Either the Super Dragon is the first one from Dragon Ball Super, or the Red Porunga. I think now, I could be wrong, but based on current Dragon Ball mythology, I actually do think that Red Porunga is the original dragon.
I actually disagree.
Okay, what do you think?
Well,
That's
I mean, it's stated that they took shavings from the Super Dragon Balls to make their Dragon Balls.
The Namekians did, but not Neva.
Right. But even if that's the case, that suggests that Zalama is the perpetuator of the concept of creating Dragon Balls and not the Namekians. Unless Zalama has some kind of connection to Neva, which I really doubt. I think the Namekians in the Demon Realm still copied Zalama rather than it being the other way around. I think Zalama also predates also, because the thing is,
the multiverse.
Zalama is the one who patented the red star design on the Dragon Ball, and he did that. I think it was talked about, like, I think he did it like 70 years after the beginning of time immemorial, which seems to suggest, and I think this is really hilarious, because the only reason that Zalama would worry about patenting that design is if somebody else stole that design, which suggests that Neva stole that design, and then Zalama patented that design because Neva stole it. Because that was something that Toriyama was very specific about, was the fact that Zalama patented that star design in his Dragon Ball to where people could not copy it, which is hilarious. And there's no reason he wouldn't do that if somebody else hadn't already tried to copy him. So
the issue with this discussion is that we don't have clear dates on these events, because Jordan's theory makes sense. The opposite theory is that Zalama learned how to do Dragon Ball alchemy from Neva, and then he basically outclassed him or surpassed him by making Super Dragon Balls. Clearly, the original Dragon Balls were either the Super Dragon Balls or the demonic Dragon Balls, which we don't exactly know. He has his theory, I have mine. It's not worth fighting about because we might get answers later. But the thing is, the thing that threw me for a loop is when we found out the Demon Realm existed before the multiverse, because that was never established before Daima, ever. Never did they say that. The Demon Realm is supposed to be part of Universe 7. Now they're saying it's separate from the whole multiverse. And that was not the original lore at all. So one of the things that I got to make clear to you guys about Daima is, I mentioned earlier in the stream about how Super Saiyan 4 was one of the big reasons to why Daima was made, to capitalize on the popularity of SS4. You're seeing it now, guys. It crashed Crunchyroll, so clearly Akio was right. But the thing is, the other thing is that when Toriyama started working on Daima, his imagination went wild. He started coming up with the glins and all this stuff. Like, all this lore we're seeing in Daima is just Toriyama on one of his wacky, like, I don't want to say acid trips because that's not the right word, but like, the dude has these spells of like wacky creativity. If you play Dragon Quest, you know what I'm talking about with some of his designs. So he's coming up with all this shit. And so that, to me, I'm not even sure if he even keeps track of his own like cosmology. Like, I'm not even sure if he even knows which came first, or if he knew. He passed away now, so I don't know. We might never know. That's the problem. Mad Spirit says, if you had to guess, how would you rank the new Super Saiyan 4 form in power compared to DBS forms? Weaker or comparable in power? I don't know yet, but I'm not going to say that this Super Saiyan 4 is stronger than UI. Maybe it's Super
I don't even think it's stronger than Super Saiyan God, because Piccolo and Vegeta could sense his ki, and so
it's not God ki. That's
I know. God ki is suggested to be the next level of ki. I just think that this is like a realm that Goku could never reach on his own. I think it's basically just it's a reflection of the effect that magic and biology have on the Saiyans, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but I think the question that people are going to have now, and it's a very logical question, is what happens if Goku and them go back into the demon realm with their god forms and get upgraded from there? Does Neva have enough power to upgrade the god forms? I don't know about that, man. That might be a bit out of his price range, but this dude's been able to do a lot of shit. You know,
Right? That's true. Yeah.
he is the most. Is it safe to say that he's probably the most powerful magician, maybe outside of Moro ever? Like, is that fair
I
to
would
say?
consider the Grand Priest and the Angels magicians. So
I don't count them. But if you're counting them, okay. But
yeah,
I don't count them.
yeah, I would consider them magicians just because they have the staffs and
Well, besides gods, would you
Yeah.
put them at the top?
yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering what you thought because he just does crazy shit. Thank you, Webhead. Sedarius Clemens, we still got a lot to go through, bro. I'm going to do the best that I can. It's like Neva did like old Caillou's magic on Gohan. Yes, we talked about that earlier. There are similarities, but Neva's is way stronger. Danny, you're going to be at Kamehacon, debating going, never been to a con before. I'm never going to go to Kamehacon again, so I will not be there. Great Redeemer said, is it possible Vegeta can already go SS4 due to Majin magic? Even Heroes characters few interfering with him. Heroes has nothing to do with Daima except that Daima's borrowing ideas from Heroes. I don't think Vegeta's going to be able to do Super Saiyan 4 without Neva, bro. Nobody, I don't think, can access that form without Neva's magic triggering the biology. It like we said earlier in the stream, we talked about it earlier. If you're just joining us, me and Jordan explained this transformation is what happens when you have demonic magic inside. And you see it right here. Hold on. When you take demonic magic and you infuse it with Saiyan biology. Like I said, these lines right here represent Saiyan DNA. Like that's what they're kind of telling us with the episode.
And the fact that it brings out his great ape power suggests a lot.
Regrows his tail.
Yeah, that's something that that's the thing that people really need to be thinking about is the fact that demon magic is what brought out his great ape power. Demon magic specifically. There is a reason behind that. Like you got to think about this.
Yeah. The reason why it's not in Dragon Ball Super can be easily explained with that quickly. It's a form that Goku could only access in the demon realm, which I knew going back when I first saw this last year because I already knew it didn't make sense. Why would he not try this against Beerus? In Battle of Gods, he did Super Saiyan 3. If Toriyama's going to write a story that takes place before Battle of Gods, why would he purposely contradict himself? He's done it before, contradicting himself, but he's never done it on purpose. Why would he just create a form and then just dump it? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me that he would do that now. Like, why would they bring Toriyama into Daima? This is the logic I will never understand. People that say that Daima's not canon or again, the canon shit. Why would Toriyama write a story that takes place in a different universe from Super if all he's been writing for the past 10 years is Dragon Ball Super? Like, I don't understand that. It doesn't make sense. Like, I don't get people like, why is it so hard to accept that Daima and Super are in the same continuity? Because there's some differences. Like, there's some things that happen in Daima that aren't discussed in Super. We still got 2 episodes left, man. Right. Let's wait and see how it plays out. That's all I ask. Before you bitch, wait and see. That's all I ask. Webhead says, imagine Goku combines SS4 with True UI in the future. You know what? Toyotaro probably would do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
All right, next one. Speed Punch. I'm curious how ahead of the story Daima was done. I don't know what you mean by that, but I'll give you
years. It started production years ago.
2022. But Toriyama wrote the outline of the story in 2022, and then the scripts were made, and then Toriyama approved them. So it wasn't like this is not a situation where Toriyama was writing it and they were adapting it every single week. That's not what this is. The whole story's been written already.
Right.
The old Dragon Ball and Z, they were adapting the manga as it was coming out. With Daima, the story's already been finished. So Toriyama isn't like changing his mind.
And even if you don't want to, like, even if you want to be in denial about Super and Daima having a connection, with that information in mind, it's very, very obvious that this would have had an impact on the entirety of Dragon Ball's direction, even back in 2022, which is something to consider, you know?
Yeah. N. Simmons says the first thing thought of when Neva unlocked SSJ4 was the Great Namekian Book of Legends. People love bringing that up. Talked about Yamoshi's spirit and SSG. It furthers the ties between both races. Okay, wait a minute. Time out. The Namekian Book of Legends never talked about Yamoshi. Well, no, that's not true. They talked about the original Super Saiyan God, but they didn't name him Yamoshi. Toriyama named him that later. So, yeah, let me correct myself there. It did talk about the original Super Saiyan God, yes. I don't know if Neva wrote it, but if he did, it would have had to have been
prior to this.
Well, way prior to this.
Yeah,
like
which means that he would have knowledge of the Saiyans and stuff like that, which I'm not exactly sure if that is the case. I actually think it's more likely that the Namekian Book of Legends is due to the fact that, you know, the Glen and the Namekians all escaped together to the mortal realm, right? So the Namekians have always had like a connection to the gods. Like they have like an actual like, you know, intimate relationship with the gods. So I think the Namekian Book of Legends is centered around something like that more so than Neva. I think it's more likely that it's something they kept a record of due to the fact that they moved to that new realm. That's my opinion.
Yeah, if I were a betting man, I would say that the Namekian Book of Legends was probably written by the first Namekian settlers in Universe 6 and 7. That's what I think. Like the early Namekians that first got to planet Namek, I think those are the ones that wrote the Book of Legends, not Neva. But, dude, you never know. They haven't even brought up the Book of Legends in fucking years, bro. We might never hear from that again. Danny Dank says GT is canon to the DBZ anime. Does this connect to DBGT instead of Super? How can Dragon Ball Daima connect to GT?
There's no way.
Critical thinking, brother. Critical thinking. Go ahead. You tell me.
It actually kills GT. It actually does the opposite. It actually like kills GT and like buries it. Like it's the exact opposite.
Yeah, there's absolutely no possible way this can tie into GT. Like none, zero.
It's like the shovel that like covers GT in dirt, you know.
Yes, that, and there's some people who are very happy about that. Supreme Kai, happy Daima Cobra Kai Day. Cobra Kai Day was yesterday, brother. But thank you. Love how Toriyama's been leaning into the primal nature of Saiyans with Broly, Gohan, and now Goku. Hopefully Vegeta next. And how Doo's SS3 drains a lot of his energy. Thanks and great job. Yeah, man, they're going to have a whole ass bag of cookies every time this dude fights, because if he has that shit, he might go on forever, bro. But thank you, Super Kai.
Cracks me up. That cracks me up. I think that is a cool little thing that they did with Doo, where he's fueled by sweets. I think that I love that. I love that about his character.
Yeah, right. All right, Unfading Resolve says, I'm more interested in what was in it for Glorio for him to work with Arinsu to begin with. I'd hate to think it was something simple like she's the better option. I think we're going to find out, but if Glorio's like Han Solo, it could be just as simple as she was going to pay him a lot of money.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily that she was just the better option. It's the fact that he just hated Goma, and Arinsu is probably
that too.
Arinsu is manipulative. I mean, you see it right here with her trying to manipulate him into using the Dragon Balls. I don't think it's as simple as him just looking at it as the better option. I think Arinsu is also manipulative. And I think she also painted a picture of what the demon realm would be like to Glorio that basically satisfied him enough to, you know, work with her. I don't think it's as simple as like, oh, she's just the better option. Like, it's definitely something that he had to think about. And it's definitely something that he was probably convinced into. Because I don't think that Glorio is necessarily the best person ever. Obviously, he's willing to work with evil people and stuff like that. But I think what separates him from the other Majin is the fact that he does have a strong sense of justice, like Shin mentioned. So he did
Maybe,
want to keep Gohan gone, you know.
maybe she offered to flash him.
Maybe, or other things. Who knows? Yeah, who knows?
Who knows, man? I actually, now that you're here, we have a couple more questions, but if we look at the picture I have right now on the screen of Super Saiyan 4, notice that the chest, the way the chest is different than the GT Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
And I remember you and I talked about this because it's straight Sun Wukong. I mean, this is, with the exception of facial hair, this is as close as you're going to get to a depiction of Sun Wukong in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it also reminds me of like the jagged edges of the Majin M. That's something else I thought of whenever you first showed it to me, is it kind of reminds me of the Majin mark a little bit, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, this is definitely the most Sun Wukong-esque form Goku has ever gotten. And, you know, I sent you some images for us to show on stream to essentially illustrate the point that the Great Ape form in all Journey to the West centered media, the Great Ape form always represents Sun Wukong's inner demons. It always represents his inner demonic nature. So the fact that Neva used demonic magic to awaken that aspect of Goku's nature, his nature.
I know why you did that. I know why you did that.
Is you know, it's there's a reason for it. Like the series, like the Great Apes having pointy ears, all that stuff that I've been talking about for months. The reason I've been so dead set on the idea that the Great Apes have some sort of demonic essence to them is because in all other Journey to the West media, which Danny can show you because I sent him some images of it, the Great Ape form always represents a demonic transformation for Sun Wukong. He always turns into this big ape, and it always represents like the inner demon within him. So, and this is something that just happens throughout all different kinds of Journey to the West centered media, and it's no different for Dragon Ball. So, with that said, the reason I think that Neva using magic to bring out the more ape-esque aspects.
Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah, the more ape-like aspects of Goku's characteristics, I think that is a reflection of the fact that the entire series is demon-themed. The Makaoshin used magic and science to develop their life. Like I said, exactly what Neva used to create this transformation. And I think that all of this stuff kind of leads to a grander conclusion where we're going to find out. Because one of the biggest questions that they posed at the very beginning of Dragon Ball Daima is, why are there such powerful beings in the mortal realm? Why do they exist? It doesn't make any sense. They couldn't wrap their mind around it. And it's also suggested that episode where we learned about Majin Rimus, that Dabura's dad, closed off access to the original demon realm because he was scared of powerful beings coming into the demon realm and threatening him. I don't think it's a coincidence that when Goma is talking about I don't think it's a coincidence that Goma has feared the Saiyans specifically. And when I say the Saiyans, I mean Goku and Vegeta. I don't think that that's a coincidence. I think we're going to circle back around to that, and that the Saiyans are going to have a deeper connection with the history of the demon realm than we've been told up to this point. And I think that that's actually what all this is building up to, is more lore for the Saiyans. So
yeah, Sun Wukong is a demon. So like when people were asking earlier about like comparing it to Super Saiyan God, you could call this, and this is not an official name or anything like that, you could call it Super Saiyan Demon, because it's literally demonic magic, mixed with Saiyan biology. It works completely different than, regular God Ki or regular transformations. It's not the same.
And your heart in Chinese mythology, depending on how it's implemented, in terms of your nature, like Ultra Instinct, for example. The reason that Ultra Instinct is angelic is because despite the fact that Goku is experiencing shocks to his emotions, he's controlling those shocks to his emotions, and that creates a holy effect. It's basically like controlling your inner demons is what leads to Ultra Instinct. That's the reason it's angel themed. Whereas this, Goku is just
It's
giving
like the opposite.
yeah, this is Goku giving into the effect that Neva basically like forced in him, and he's giving into his primal nature, which is demonic in nature. Like in Chinese mythology, they believe that when your emotions, the effect that your emotions have on your thoughts is what causes you to do evil things. It's associated with the more demonic traits of mankind and humanity as a whole. So this is playing on those themes. Like Sun Wukong, for example, that form that you just saw him take, and you know, most of the time when he gets some massive power up, it's because he gets angry or he's in a survival situation and his heart starts beating really fast and he gets power ups very similar to Goku. And that's because he's tapping into like his latent chi, like his latent demonic power. And he ends up using that as a weapon at the end of Journey to the West and through the journey of Journey to the West to defend Tripitaka and to become a destroyer god, the victorious fighting Buddha. So like this is all like this. That's part of the reason that I'm so confident that this transformation has roots in those themes. Not only is Dragon Ball Daima about the demon realm, but all of the media outside of Dragon Ball Daima also paints a picture as to what Toriyama's intentions are here as well. So,
yeah, there was a super chat that came in about merch sales. I clicked the wrong button. I lost it. I'm sorry about that. But yes, transformations do lead to merch sales. That is true. To Extreme 300, this Evangelion, the X Theory guy, Evangelion, the X Theory guy, Goku, Vegeta have been beaten by those without God Ki. Broly already has Ikari power. Why can't they reintroduce Super Saiyan 4 in the future arc? Goku, Vegeta rediscover their true selves. Well, they can. I mean, if Goku and Vegeta go back to the demon realm and are able to get that power unlocked again, they can. Nobody's saying they can't, but they cannot access the form on their own. They can't. Right. Goku cannot train to get this form. This is not something that he could ever access on his own. That's the point we're making. They could access it if they figure out a way to tap into magic, but that's not really their style. So what was the question said? What a tease. Red hair, which is fusion color in GT. Well, for Gogeta, I mean, it's an interesting design choice. The reason why they went with the red hair is because it looks different enough from the original Super Saiyan 4. And you have to understand that they still want the original Super Saiyan 4 to be in all the video games, all of the merchandise. This is so the suckers, aka us, can buy the GT Super Saiyan 4 and the Daima Super Saiyan 4 because we're all suckers, right? So that's how it is. Angry, I say that jokingly. Angry Caveman says, does Goku's weenie stay the same in his form as does transform into something that looks like a Christmas tree light? Well, brother, he's a first grader, so I don't think I want to answer that question, brother. You keep that one to yourself. Cody Wood says, I like the form, but it's a one and done. I love the hands being higher, more great ape styles. Want to see an adult version. Hope Glorio does Z Team right. Well, you wrote a lot there, but yes, the hands are bigger, like a gorilla, like an ape. I don't think they're that much bigger, but they are bigger.
Yeah, they literally show them grow in the episode. Like they get huge in comparison to what they were before. That's for sure.
Like right, but that's like an ape, though. I mean, that's supposed to be like an ape look.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Lions Breed says, I'm pretty sure that next episode or the one after that either Majin Buu or Do will find that merge bug and fuse together and take on Goku. I don't think they're going to turn on Goku, bro. They're working with Goku. I think you meant to say Goma.
Goku's cool at this time, like at this point. Like they're kind of
I think he meant to say Goma. That's what I think.
Yeah.
They're going to work with Goku. Yeah. Now, if they fuse with Goku, that would be something. Ronwell Nagalis says Goku might as well use Demon Realm Spirit Bomb against Goma. To be honest, I mean, Goma, especially his third eye, is more powerful than I ever thought possible. I don't want to say I told you so, bro.
The third eye is ridiculous, bro. That's for sure.
I've been telling motherfuckers about the third eye. I did the breakdown video. Like, this thing is really strong, bro. Well, it's not as strong as Beerus. I never said it was the strongest Beerus. We can't. If you're one of those people that only cares about power, then you should never watch Dragon Ball Z again, because everyone is Super is more powerful than Z. So why watch it? You want to know why? Because Z's better. It's not about the power. It's about how good the story is. So the point is that relative to where we are now in the timeline, the third eye is powerful. Is the third eye more powerful than Zeno? Nobody said that, but it is powerful. That's the point. Very powerful. Daryl said, happy to see Super Saiyan 4, and I believe Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 is the only one take a win in that form. Unless you count the movies, I would agree. Miles O'Clair, I think Daima ends with memory wipe. I would hate that, bro. I would hate that. What do you think about that? I hate the first one to say that.
I doubt it. I mean, they'd have to go through a lot of I mean, they're probably going to become adults within the series, and they have no reason to try and gather the Dragon Balls again at that point. So, yeah, so I don't see it. They would have to really go out of their way and put a lot of effort into gathering the Dragon Balls or something to erase their memories. Yeah,
I'm just if you can read my lips, I ain't say nothing though, bro. I didn't say nothing. All right. True SSJ Havoc says, I know you don't like the word canon, but even more than ever, I care about it. Well, some people care about fucking, I don't know, snakes. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. I guess there's anything you can care about. No, but Havoc's the homie, bro. I like when Havoc sends in super chats. Usually canon refers to Toriyama made versus Toei made. Correct. I'm a guest to the definitive. I'm on a quest to the definitive Toriyama story as a tribute by me. Well, I will give you a shortcut, Havoc, my friend, because I like you. You want to know what the real canon is, brother? The real canon is the original 42 volumes of the manga. The original Bible of Dragon Ball, the 42 volumes that Toriyama wrote from 1984 to 1995. That is the true canon. Everything else is DLC. You want to know why I say that? Because everything else was done by different people. The anime was done by Toei. Daima was done by Toei and Toriyama. Super was done by Toriyama and Toyotaro. So if you want the purest Toriyama, the pure, unadulterated, 100% Akira Toriyama, it's the manga. That's the best way to look at it, Jordan.
Yeah, because he's drawing it. Like, they're adapting
everything.
They're adapting his material. Although you're never going to find, completely pure Toriyama content, because his editors were like, nah, all the time.
Yeah, but that's everyone, bro. Even every movie has like a producer change.
Right. I just think people have this weird fantasy of being able to find like everything that Toriyama has done by himself, and it doesn't exist. Like, that's just
okay. See this right here. No, it's not, because Torishima had a huge input in the manga. Nobody said that the editors don't count.
Right.
But the manga has them now. Look at this. Now you got to give the editors credit, bro. Nobody said the editors don't count.
Just that's from his pen.
That's from his pen, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it that hard to figure this out, my friends? Yeah, the editors helped out. We know this. I'm like the first YouTuber to bring up his editors anyways.
Right.
But guess what? It's his manga and nobody else's. He has final say.
Right.
To call it the Bible is straight up blasphemy. That's not what I said. I said the Bible of Dragon Ball. I'm not comparing it to the Bible. Use that brain that God gave you. Since you want to talk about the Bible and God, right? The good Lord above gave you a brain, my friend. And maybe you should use it and say, maybe Danny's not comparing Dragon Ball to the actual Bible. He's saying it's the Bible of the franchise. Use that, bro. God gave you a brain, didn't he? Maybe not. Maybe you were exempt. Maybe God, maybe that day you were taking a leak, bro. How about that? Fuck. SS Jutsu says, where do you rank the new SSJ4 transform against the other Saiyan and God forms. Do you mean by design or by power?
Yeah, I think he probably means by power.
I would put it above Super Saiyan 3, below God for now. Let's see what else
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
for
least,
now, bro.
yeah. At least from what we've seen so far. Yeah.
Right. That's the easiest way. All right. We're almost done with these, but there's a lot. All right. Bear with me, guys, please. Juani Cash 01, Goku looking like Tomba from the PS1. Oh, that was you. That's right. That was you earlier. Charles Lee says, this new form looks like a mix with Super Saiyan 4 and God form Goku. Right. It's like Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. That's what it is. Dante Espinosa says, when I saw SSJ form, I thought it was SSJ 4 Limit Breaker from Dragon Ball. Yeah, see? We're all on the same page. I'm glad. Exactly. Unfading Resolve says, I don't think Neva's magic works like Potential Unleashed. I think it works like an evolution acceleration.
It's a forced mutation. It's a forced mutation, yes. I wouldn't say an accelerated evolution because evolution implies moving forward rather than backward, because you could kind of consider this a regression because it has more primal traits. But I definitely do think it's a forced mutation. Like, you're definitely right about it in that aspect. Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad that this guy, finally somebody in the chat understands me. He's an entertainer, guys. Enjoy the show. Jordan, am I usually loud and angry all the time?
No.
Wow.
No.
Maybe the Dragon Ball fandom's a little too soft. Maybe y'all should be in the military for a couple years and harden up a little bit, bro. But anyways, like I was saying, I like what he's saying. I think this is what I think. I think that this could be like the furthest a Saiyan can evolve with magic, but going down the God route is a separate branch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because God Ki is God Ki. I'm sorry, guys. God Ki is the result of concentrating Ki, whereas this is magic fueling Ki.
Right.
So they're two separate things altogether. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. Yeah. Thank you, Charles Lee. Mega Matt ZX. Definitely a Mega Man fan, bro. Zero fan. I love those games. Do you think that this new version of Super Saiyan 4 is a rewritten version of Super Saiyan 4 to fit the modern continuity, like how Broly was rewritten for Super?
Yes.
Oh my God, he figured it out. Somebody send this guy a bouquet of roses, bro. What the fuck do you think we've been saying, my friend? Yes, you are 100% correct. Whenever I see somebody write something and they're so right, like they're like, and like he put it, the reason why I respect this Mega Matt guy is because he was able to fit my brain into like 2 sentences. For me to explain this, for some reason, I get kind of long-winded and I tend to trail off a little bit. But everything he said is true. This is exactly being done to fit the modern continuity. Yeah, everything that comes out now is being done. Why? Because the fans wanted it. Fans wanted Broly. You got Broly. Fans wanted Trunks to come back. You got Trunks. Fans wanted Gohan to be the lead of a movie. He became the lead of a movie. Akio's trying, man.
Also, Toriyama refuses to adopt Toei's lore. So anything that they've done, he's not going to take their lore. He's going to make his version of it. Like, he refuses to use their lore. That's another big part of it as well. That's part of the reason that it has to be readapted, which that's something I've seen people question online, is like, why not just use the pre-existing concepts? And it's because they don't exist in Toriyama's continuity. He does not consider them a part of his story at all. He repurposes things to make them a part of his story. So
listen to him, bro. This ain't that complicated. The fandom overcomplicates things like crazy. Do not overthink it. It's that simple. It's literally like just, hey, let's try this a different way, basically.
Yeah.
Josh Josue Padilla says, SS4 and Daima is Akira Toriyama's Bye Guys moment. So I feel weird about this, bro, because he legitimately passed away. If he didn't pass away, I think this would actually be a little bit funnier, but I think I don't know. I'm not saying that like I'm offended by what he wrote. It's just he really did die. Like the dude passed away a year ago, and he obviously he came up with this before he died. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deeply into his comment, bro. We don't want to do that. I don't want to, I don't want to take it the wrong way. Ukharsh Neil says, since Saiyans lose their tail, hence the transformations are like that, I feel Neva unlocked the Saiyan DNA, hence tail came back in the stable ape transformation. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. But he
did it through the heart.
Magic.
He did it through the heart.
With magic, bro.
Yeah.
With magic.
Yeah, exactly. It's magic flowing through the source of chi in his body, which is his heart. The Saiyans also just so happen to mutate whenever their heart's activated in that way. So yeah, it was never taking advantage of Saiyan biology for sure.
Yes. Do York, if you make a book on Canon, I would love to see some original artwork commission for it. Us Dragon Ball fans need pictures. Love the SS4 colors. I think he's asking if I'm going to write a book about Canon. I'm more of a video guy than a book guy, but maybe someday I will. You should write a book, Jordan.
Yeah, maybe I will.
You should. SS4 was Toriyama's last gift to us. Thank you, Toriyama, and thank you, Danny, for always killing it. Thank you, Sparking Zero Productions, but it may not have been his last gift. Stay tuned. There's more to come. We got 2 more weeks of Daima left. Barry Likely, I wish his last name was McCockiner. He says, will we see Potaras come into play? I don't think so, but Shin does have a couple, so I guess it's possible. The Todd Monster. These names, bro. You guys rock. Keep it up. If Vegeta does not get justice, we riot. Brother, I don't know what justice is to you, bro. A Super Saiyan 3? What do you think is... You know what? Is he one of those guys that wants Vegeta to kill the main villain? Because that's probably not happening here.
No, I doubt it.
Based on what we saw in this episode, it's going to take a lot to kill Goma, because you had a part here where you had Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you had Do and Tamagami, and they're all fighting Goma, and they can't hurt him. So it's going to take a massive attack to kill this guy. I think Vegeta will be involved. I don't know if he's going to be the one to actually kill him, though.
Right. He'll definitely
might
be
help.
involved. Yeah, for sure.
Tyler Johnson, which design of SS4 do you prefer, canon or non-canon? Let me redo the question. Which design do you prefer, GT or this one? Oh, man, that's hard. I actually think, okay, I don't know, because, okay, I love this one a lot. The original GT, okay, look, I'm just going to say this. The original GT Super Saiyan 4, in my opinion, is a little bit more badass. This one, though, I mean, look at the shot right here. That's Wukong shit. This one is more pure to Dragon Ball. So, you know what? Why don't we ask, should we do a poll on this?
Sure, that'd be awesome. Be fun.
We're
you know what my answer is. So
no, I don't. What is your answer?
This one for sure.
Oh, okay.
I love
the Wukong thing.
Well, not just the Wukong thing, but he's just overall more monkey-like. Like he's just, I love that. I think that's awesome.
All right, y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give y'all a poll here. I want y'all to vote in this poll. Which Super Saiyan 4 do you prefer? Now, this is not about power. This is about just the design.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. GT or Daima. Which one do you like more? And we're talking about like the colors and stuff like that, you know, and anyways, just wanted to let them know.
Yeah, and this form looks like a forced mutation as well. Like it actually looks like it's kind of jarring in that way. Like it looks unnatural, and that's something else I like about it too.
Yeah, it's very different. And I think that's why Super Saiyan 4 people like it anyways. Charles Lee said, I want more of a backstory on Neva himself. I want to learn more about their backstory. Yeah, me too. I think Jordan and I, before Daima started, were excited about the lore. But like I said at the very beginning of the stream, just when you think you've got all the answers, Dragon Ball changes the questions. Because now in Daima, I have more questions.
Right.
You
Yep,
know,
that's
like
how-
we got answers on some shit, but I still want to know like more.
exactly. Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm trying to get through these as fast as I can. Daima Vegeta still hasn't closed power gap with Goku. Don't hold your breath, bro. I can't predict the future, but don't hold your breath. Cheshire Cat, what do you think about Vegeta not participating in the fight, and how would he have helped balance the situation of next episode? You must have missed it. He did participate in the fight. He was tired. Look, there he is right there.
Yeah, he actually
was
got
tired.
wrecked.
Yeah, he got wrecked. That he was. You must have missed that part. And there's a lot to miss. There's a lot in this episode. But Vegeta did try to help, and it just the third eye, bro. The third eye. That third eye, man. It's hold on. Is this the Kamehameha?
Yeah, it's the one where Goma punched him in the face and then he did the flip.
Oh, this is the finished one, I think.
The upside down
With
one,
the flames.
Yeah.
With the flames. Bro, this shit's got flames around it, dog. It's not Kamehameha times 10 like GT, but I love the flames, bro.
It's got that extra power that Neva unlocked behind it. Yeah.
It's beautiful, man. Dark Cloud Uchiha says, what questions will be answered at the end? The Supreme Kai refusing? Just your thoughts. Hopefully that, as well as Vegeta explaining why he doesn't use Super Saiyan 3 anymore, all that stuff. We'll see. All right. Ukarsh Neal says, can we say Zalama was the first Namekian organism? No, because Zalama's never been confirmed to be a Namekian. That is a fan theory. They have never confirmed that Zalama's a Namekian. They just said he created the Dragon Balls. They never said he was Namekian.
Right.
Do not trick yourself, because a lot of folks have thought that based on fan art. And hence the Dragon God has passed on the knowledge and method of changes down the G. I don't know what if you meant to write anything else, but you may need to like send the rest of that question. I think we're missing part of it. I'm Jay Beat says, if you don't want to be spoiled, stay off the internet until you watch the episode. There's already a review episode up. Stop crying about spoilers, people. Well, I talked about that earlier, and I did not put a spoiler thumbnail in my review for 5 hours because of that. So I do care and listen to my audience. I put up a different thumbnail for 5 hours before, this stream. Avocado says, can we talk about how broken the third eye is? It's pretty damn broken, bro, but they're going to have to figure out a way to break it. Did you think that Super Saiyan 4 was going to mollywop him? Because I was hoping it wouldn't, and it didn't.
Actually, with there being 3 episodes left, that kind of, to me, signified that he wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
One of the things that annoys me is I saw somebody today say some shit like, oh, well, he got Super Saiyan 4. He didn't kill Goma. When Goku got Super Saiyan 1, did he just kill Frieza or did they fight for a little bit?
Nope. He did not kill Frieza. In fact, Frieza survived. So.
But that's not even, but you get my point, right? Like,
yeah, I get your point. Yeah.
People are shitting on this
they
Super
had this
Saiyan
weird
4.
Shallow. They had this weird shallow expectation to where it's a stupid like culture thing on the internet.
You know how stupid this would be?
It's W's and L's. That's all it is. If a form doesn't have a W, it's not. It's power scaling brain. That's what it is. It's a mental disorder.
No, but you know what's stupid is if Goku just went Super Saiyan 4 and just killed Goma, we're done. Like, what? The show's over. Like, what do you really want that to happen, or do you want it to be an actual fight? Why are we here? Are we not here to see a badass final battle, or are we here to have Goku kill him in 2 hits?
Right.
Like, it's such a weird, and I'm not talking about Avocado. I mean somebody else, not Avocado. But it is broken. Moist Garage says, I have a feeling, not sure, but do you think Glorio will wish for Goku and everyone back to normal? Also, keep up the great work. I know what the wish will be, and if I tell you what it is, it would count as a leak. So we'll see. Mitchell Ventura says, I like how there were many references to other Dragon Ball shows, OGDB, Goku running around on all four and wrapping his tail on Goma's arm. DBZ, when Arinsu asking for a wish for her to defeat Goma like Vegeta on Namek. Well, Vegeta on Namek had a different wish, but yes, there's a lot of
callbacks.
A lot of Dragon Ball. Yeah. Easter eggs. Yeah. No, absolutely. All right. The Flash Primal one. Got to remember, Whis told Goku to use UI as a Saiyan, not as an angel in the manga. And this form will come back to complete the full set of both instincts. You know what? I kind of like his idea. What do you think about that?
I mean, it would be interesting if it wasn't for the fact that it was fueled by magic. Now, if something happened and the form was activated again in the future after they had Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, that's a pretty fan servicey but cool idea, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, or if they actually do go back to the demon realm and get something unlocked.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, bro. With Toriyama no longer being with us, I have no idea what I have no idea what they're going to do in the future. It could be anything. All right. IG Tour 6. Will we get an explanation of the power of the third eye and who created it? I don't think you're going to get an explanation about who created it, but you don't need an explanation of the power. You're seeing it, bro. It's really, it's really strong. All right. I mean, I don't know what else to say except it's really strong. I think what he's thinking is maybe like why it's so strong, but take a look at this. Goma is so powerful that he knocked Goku from Super Saiyan 4 back down to base. Did we forget that this happened, guys? Did we forget that Goma shut Super Saiyan 4 Goku off? Why isn't it
all of its power? Yeah.
Why isn't it in Super? Maybe this is why. I'm not saying this is why, but maybe this is why. It's gone. That's how strong he is, bro. He is so strong. All right. Supreme Kai, wish they would have given SS4 Goku pointy ears as a nod to the Demon World magic. Well, that would have been a cool choice. What do you think about that?
I think the pointy ears are more appropriate for the Great Ape because it's like the raw. If they are in some form Majin, it's like a more raw aspect of what the Majin are. I like that he doesn't have the pointy ears, even though it would have been cool because it signifies that he's an evolved creature in comparison to the Great Apes. Despite the fact that he has taken on the appearance of the Great Apes, he also has the appearance of a human. So it's like a perfect hybrid of the two, and I kind of like that better,
Yes, I agree. Joe Porter, so are the Kais going to refuse? We got 2 episodes left, brother. You will find out. Victor says, do you think Neva heard about the story of Yamoshi and knew how he was a good Saiyan who opposed the evil Saiyans and learned about Yamoshi power, was inspired to give Goku a similar power that Yamoshi had? No, because where would Goma... Let me tell you why I don't think that happened. Because Neva has been in the demon realm this entire time. He didn't even know there were other Namekians still out there. So if he didn't know there were other Namekians, why would he know about the Super Saiyan God legend?
I was about to say that, yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to tie God into this. Super Saiyan God is not this form, brother. It's not the same thing. Super Saiyan God is a deity form. This is magic mixed with Saiyan biology. I don't know how else to spell it out, man. We've been talking about it for 2 hours. It is something totally different. Now, the hair is similar, of course. The people who make these forms must really like that hair color because they do use it a lot lately. Yeah. All right. Next question. We got a few more, then we're done. Chase Davis. Hey, Danny, how about when Black Frieza arc comes back, Goku mentions Neva and how he unlocked his potential and could use that power in that fight? Small theory. I love the content. What I would like to do, Chase, is take your idea, but change it. Maybe instead of unlocking that power for Goku, maybe a different character should get his power unlocked, like a Broly. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean that might be interesting. We'll see how it goes. I personally like the idea that Goku and Vegeta have to work on their techniques in order to surpass Frieza.
Me too. Me too.
But this could be a cool little power bump that Broly gets. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Right. Justin Valinsky, SS4 looked amazing, but how about that cliffhanger? Yeah, the wish. We'll talk more about that on Sunday. By the way, guys, I'm going to be streaming again on Sunday. So we'll be here on Sunday with Uchi talking about Super Saiyan 4. It's like this stream, except more content. He wanted to come on, and he's a big fan of this form, so we'll see. How likely is it we see the form outside of Daima? I don't know, because I don't think we're going to see it outside of Daima, but I'm not going to sit here and be like never, because Dragon Ball never ceases to amaze me. I would have never thought we'd even see this motherfucking form in 2025, bro.
Right.
Who had this on their bingo card?
Right.
So I don't know, man. Don't take my word for it. It's hard to predict. If they can get dark magic. Jay Fire says, would you say Neva unlocked Goku's hidden potential? No, you must have arrived late to the stream. It's magic mixed with Saiyan biology. It's not hidden potential, but it is triggering something hidden in Goku. It's just that Goku cannot access it without the magic.
Right.
Michael says, knew as soon as I saw the fur on Goku's arm. I think Glorio is wishing for the crew not to be kids anymore. Geekdom, you rock, man. Keep rocking it. Thank you so much. And your wish Glorio's wish may come true next week. Stay tuned. Brandon Hanner says, I know you don't like the term, but since we never see a blonde SSJ with a tail in canon, I like the idea that this is true Super Saiyan and blonde forms are partials. That was the idea behind the original Super Saiyan 4. He's right about that. This is different. Yeah, this is different. Like Brandon, if we're going by the original Dragon Ball Z anime continuity, listen, anime continuity, you've got Dragon Ball Z, you've got Dragon Ball GT. There you can say Great Ape, Golden, and SS4 is the true Super Saiyan. But if we're going by the branched pathway, which is Super and Daima, it's a totally different, I guess.
Super Saiyan would still be the actual Super Saiyan, like in this continuity, not Super Saiyan 4 or this form.
It's like I said, Dragon Ball has a lot of different pathways you can take, and people have already said stuff like, well, GT's not canon and this and that. But if you want to watch it, you have to watch it as a sequel to Dragon Ball Z and nothing more. You cannot think about Super when you're watching GT. You can't think about Daima when you're watching GT as far as it fitting together in the timeline. Yeah, you can think about it, because it's a similar form, but I mean, they are in they're separate canons. There you go. They're separate canons. How about that? That makes sense. All right, Junior. Hey, Danny, how's Mr. Eddie and Dr. Draven doing these days? Finish this quote. That's the foot technique. Could it be Hamato Yoshi lives? I knew exactly what he was talking about, bro. I knew exactly what he was talking about. Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Hamato, how does he know about that? That guy must really follow my work. Poppy Loop says, it'd be funny if they go back to Demon Realm to get SS4 from Neva again and fight Frieza and SS4. Guess calling them monkeys came a long way. You know what? That would be something if they fought Frieza like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They won't, because the powers of Super are so far beyond, like, what we already saw, that it's just too much. Thank you, Vixta. I think we got through all the super chats. Are there any more? Okay, there are more, but they're not coming in on my screen.
I see a bunch of them, bro.
No, here's the problem, though. I'm not seeing them.
So, Jacob Johnson asked, I sketched a form before this, hoping to see Super Saiyan 4. The art I have is adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku with pointy ears, fangs, black nails.
Wait, hold on. There's a problem. We can't. You can read that. I don't have a problem with you reading that, but I want to read them in order. But my screen is only going up to. Hold on, guys. Give me a minute, Jordan. The screen is like stopping me at the wrong place. There's so many super chats that I literally like. Hold on. Dude, there are so many super chats that fucking StreamYard doesn't even have them. Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna have to switch up what we're doing here, y'all. I have super chats that I want to answer, but I have to answer them from the YouTube, from the YouTube back like the portal. I can't answer them inside of oh my god, there's so many, dude. Oh my
Yeah, there's a lot.
god. No, dude, there's more than I thought. I'm over here having a oh my god, where does this start?
There's a lot. There's a lot.
I'm
I'm here to tell
dude, you don't understand. I have a dude, there's more than you even see, bro. Just Havoc sent another one. Hold on. I'm trying to find out where this all started. Oh my god. SSG, dude, I don't even know where. Oh my, what is it? There are hundreds of super chats, and I literally only see 84. Like, that's not good. And I don't want. Okay, hold on. Here we go. All right, y'all. I'm going to start from here. Okay, we're going to do a lightning round, Jordan. Let's get through this
All
quickly because I did not know there were this many. Holy shit, y'all! Please bear with me. Right now, don't send. Okay, I'm going to say something that's going to go against. I'm going to say something that goes against every YouTuber. Stop sending me money. All right? I'm the first YouTuber. I'm the first YouTuber in history. Stop sending me money. Send me money on Sunday when we do another stream. I am overloaded with super chats. I don't want any more of your money. You know what? I'm the first YouTuber in history. Tell them don't send me anymore. All right, let's get to it. Mad Spirit says, do you think SS4 is Demon Key? Do you think Goku or Vegeta, if he gets it, could only tap an SS4 in the Demon Realm? I love the discussions. Yes, that Jordan and I talked about that. He must have sent this shit like an hour ago, and I'm getting to it now. I've never had this many super chats. VGC says, great apes do have pointed ears. Correct. That is correct. Jordan and I talked about that before. Tehran Airy says, I'm holding out on the theory that the Saiyans have partial demon ancestry from a demon monkey king and his followers going into the mortal realm and mingling with the Saiyans' ancestors. Bro, are you trying to whisper in Jordan's ear to get him a hard on, bro? Do you hear what he said, bro?
Yeah. I heard him.
Dude, yeah, like, what do you think about, do you still think the Saiyans have demonic ancestry?
So why do the Majins have pointy ears, and why are they all easily susceptible to using magic? It's because of how the Majins themselves are created, which is through magic and science. So they don't have to be from the demon realm to be created in a similar manner to the Majins themselves. They don't have to be from the demon realm to be created like Majins. Remember, the Glen have been making life for a very, very long time. Arinsu has hinted at that. And the Saiyans were created not long after this new universe was created, which means some of the habits that the Kaioshin had for creating life might have still been around during the time that the Saiyans were made. And the Saiyans are just a reflection of some of the old habits of the Glen. And maybe they did have an effect on the Saiyans that makes them similar to the Majin. That's my thought process. Is that it's more about how they were developed as life forms than it is whether or not they're from the demon realm, right? So,
yeah, I can't add anything more to that. That works. All right, Command Line Volpine. The power up from the third eye is wild. Goma wasn't even that strong in base. How powerful could Dabura have been with it? Well, a few streams ago and a few videos ago, I talked about how if Dabura had the third eye, he would have murdered Majin Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. There you go. It's actually even stronger than that. I was lowballing this motherfucker. It's stronger than I thought. All right, the guy called Fred. Super Saiyan God was implied to be locked behind a ritual at first. Who's to say Super Saiyan 4, while initially Demon World dependent, couldn't be learned in the future? Well, they'd have
to learn magic. That's the difference. With the God forms, they're just learning to control their energy better, whereas with this literally relies on magic. So it's an entirely separate thing. Unless Goku and Vegeta are actually going to learn magic, there is no unlocking this like they did Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue. It's just not going to happen.
Now, would they be willing to? That remains to be seen. Also, update on the poll, 52% of you voted GT, 48% voted Daima. That's pretty close, Jordan, man. That's closer than I thought.
That is close.
That is closer than I thought, dude. Holy shit. Yep. All right. Joshua Brown says, so now are they going to start a new story when they meet up with Oob since GT is now buried? GT, Joshua, they met Oob at the end of the original Dragon Ball manga. Oob is not a GT only character. Oob is in the Dragon Ball Super manga.
Right.
Like, he's one of those guys that's confused, and I'm not blaming him. This happens where they think that the end of Z tournament where Goku meets Oob is part of GT. It's not.
Right.
It's part of the original manga.
Right.
Yeah, that's the end of the original manga.
Of the end of the original manga.
Yeah. That I see some people get confused because they saw Dragon Ball Z and GT like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, and they like their brain. You forget things. Your brain mixes things up. I'm not mad at Joshua. I'm just letting you know that Oob is not a GT only character. R says, shot of Neva imparting magic on Goku is somewhat similar to that of Goku landing Frieza energy. Or is this grasping at straws? It's the handout thing is, I mean, you see that in like every single, like this right here. Like we see that in like every Dragon Ball. Vegeta does the Big Bang attack like that. Like there's a lot of like, there's even like key blasts like by regular characters like Captain Ginyu that are like that. It's just this is a way of like giving somebody ki, and I think that this is like
or using like magic.
Yeah, exactly. Alakazam, like real world magic, like like the Emperor goes like this when he fires lightning. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
or Gloria. Yeah.
You are overthinking a little bit, R, because a lot of characters do that. Matthew Stewart says, chances that Dende learns to unlock the SS4 form later in Super. Dude, that would be something. Would he be convenient for the gang? Believe this should have been a pure Saiyan form. I mean, it was in GT, but this is like Jordan and I have been saying, it's the magic hybrid. Henry G says, I thought SS4 needed moon energy to accomplish it. We talked about this earlier, bro. Super Saiyan 4 from GT is not the same as Super Saiyan 4 from Daima. Broly from Dragon Ball Z is not the same as Dragon Ball Super Broly. That's not, that's it. Like, it's, all right. Ronwell Nagales, I never said Third Eye was more powerful than Lord Beerus. Just for clarification, I mean, sure, more powerful, but not on Lord Beerus' level. No, Ronwell, I didn't say that. You said it. I say people said it, not you. People said it. Yeah, not you. Purified Storm says the official canon name is Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The name in the Toei behind the scenes, the Toei animation name of this form is Super Saiyan 4. Will they change it in Daima? I don't know. But internally, it's being called Super Saiyan 4. We've known that since last year. Gift Draw says, I think episode 19 will be just as peak as episode 18. Well, it's going to have a lot more shit's going to happen, bro. Okay, Rolfie Henriquez. Goku absorbed SS God and trained to unlock it himself. Would it be possible for him to absorb this SS?
We already answered that.
Yeah, we answered it earlier. He has to learn magic, bro. He's got to learn magic to do it, which maybe someday he will. Speed Punch says, new form feels like the original concept in Battle of Gods. That's a good point, except for the gold hair was the original God form, but that's a good point. That's fair. From Speed Punch. Gogo says, do you think we'll see black-haired Super Saiyan 4? I don't think so, but I wouldn't be surprised. You don't think so, Jordan? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they just redesigned it to make it different. I think the reason why this form does not have black hair is because they're going to keep the old GT Super Saiyan 4 for the video games. So you can still play as that Goku if you want.
Yeah.
So that's never going to change. True SSJ Havoc says, you forgot Jockleback Patrolman manga, which cements Dragon Ball Super's elements. To me, it's more than just what Toriyama made, but what he considers part. But Havoc, that's my point. To you, that's what you say is canon. Every single Dragon Ball fan says this is canon, or I think this is canon, and it differs from somebody else. And that's why people fight over it. That's why I say that nobody gets canon.
Yeah, and they have different standards for what makes something canon, and none of those standards actually are realistic. People have this weird preconceived notion that like Toriyama, basically like in some cases had zero input from anybody, and that's the only thing that's canon. And then there's also people that think anything that Toriyama touches is canon, and that's not true.
Listen to him. Thank you, Jordan. Keep going. I got to turn my alarm off. Keep going.
Yeah, neither of those things are true. Just because Toriyama is involved with something doesn't mean that it's canon. And just because, Toriyama's not involved with something and now in the modern era, particularly here in Super, doesn't mean that it's not canon anymore either. Because they're going to continue the story, right? So you're going to have to like wrestle with your preconceived notions of what's canon. I think it's much better to look at things as just like a continuity. And Toriyama's always had his own version of what Dragon Ball's continuity is, where he completely disregards all of Toei's lore, because that means that he would have to write around the things that Toei came up with, and he doesn't want to do that. He only wants to write around the things that he came up with, and that's it. So,
yep. Now, that's it. I had to quickly. I did not expect to be on this late. I wanted this stream to be an hour and a half, and the super chats keep coming, which I thank you guys for the support. Jordan, I'm sorry. I was not expecting this many questions.
Like I
bro.
said, I'm
just
here.
like, dude, last week hype was like, do you think Super Saiyan 4 will break the internet? I'm like, nah. People will talk about it, but boy, was I wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, it broke it.
Crunchyroll crashed.
Yep.
RPT 236, return to monkey. Correct. Sleep says, I had the biggest wet dream when I saw SS4 came back. Well, so did Jordan, bro, but for different reasons. All right, just some Mexican with a mustache. Dragon Ball fans care more about canon than Toriyama does. That's true, actually. Carolus Rex says, SS4 Gogeta with Gallic Genki Dama. Bro, I don't even know what to say to that. What do you think? I don't even know what to say to that, bro.
It's wacky, and it's definitely not going to happen, but cool, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I can't even picture it in my head, bro. Draw that for me and send it if you don't mind. DM24A says, do you think that the Dragon Fist is coming back? It's possible. I don't think so, but it's possible. Wouldn't that be a huge, like
that's how he defeats Goma, is with the Dragon Fist?
People would lose their minds over that, bro.
Yeah, they would.
They would lose their minds over that shit, bro. Toriyama would do it. Havoc says, Jordan, thank you. I've been saying Toriyama never takes Toei ideas, uses them one-to-one. Well, he doesn't. That's true. But he changes them. And he changes them. Excalibur Kaizuhan says, is it possible that the Super Saiyan 4 and Daima is a one-time thing, or will it stay? It is possible it's a one-time thing because it's only accessed with magic. So if it all depends on that. Cloud9 Gaming, how do you think Toyotaro is going to integrate Super Saiyan 4 into the manga in future chapters, or do you think he's even going to do that? I am going to repeat something I've said before. Okay, maybe you haven't heard it, and this is also up in the air. Before Toriyama passed away, I was directly told that the events of Dragon Ball Daima are going to fit with Dragon Ball Super later on. I don't know what that means, if they were going to go to the demon realm, or if someone was going to show up from the, if there was going to be an evil like Namekian, like Neva, or a Glind, or I don't know. But I was told that Daima would eventually, characters and ideas from Daima would eventually come back. So that could be the case, but I can't predict the future either, bro. And every time I try, I fail. So let's not even go there. It's possible. But that was before Toriyama died. Now that he passed away, I have no idea. I don't know. And I'm not going to pretend like I know. You guys should know by now, like, if I know something, like, for example, Super Saiyan 4, I say I'm not leaking or I know too much. You've heard me say this on stream. I know too much. I'm not going to leak it. In this case, I'm being dead honest with you. Cross my heart. I have no idea what they're going to do with Dragon Ball now that Toriyama's gone. Toyotaro may have a plan. Akio might. I don't know. I don't have their phone numbers. I wish I did. So, anyways, Sun Gashuaku, what are you both most in suspense about Dragon Ball Daima heading into the final 2 episodes? Much blessings to you, Geekdom. Always a creator, inspiration to me. What are you most in suspense about, Jordan?
I just want him to expand on Saiyan lore. So
I want to know how they bless you. I want to know how they beat Goma. I really do.
Yeah.
Because this dude was fighting Super Saiyan 4 and was still doing, he didn't die. He's hanging in there.
Right.
This guy said, what was that Kamehameha I saw in flames? It was pretty badass, wasn't it? You can't argue that one. All right. Anyways, Fernando Otoya says, you said more surprises coming. It could be an ultimate Goma form, totally corrupted by a third eye. Well, like I said, I'm not going to reveal what those surprises are, but there are some unexpected things coming up in Daima. You're going to see some really weird shit. The fusion bugs are not going to give you what you think. Everybody keeps saying Super Saiyan 3 Vegito. I'm telling you, you're going to get some weird shit, bro. You're going to be like, why'd they do this? And that's okay. That's all right. Okay. I'm sorry, Jordan. I'm doing the best that I can here. They keep sending them. Please stop sending me money. Believe it or not, I am asking you, save your questions for Sunday. I will be back Sunday afternoon with Uchi. Anybody who wants to ask a question, a super chat question, save your money until then. I am overwhelmed with questions now. I have a lot of questions, and I want to make sure I answer everybody's. I don't want anybody to feel left out. So please forgive me if I leave you out. I'm trying not to, genuinely. T Sipper says, I appreciate your coverage throughout all of this, but I do have a question. That is, do you believe they're going to keep Super Saiyan 4 name, or will it be something different? See, these questions were sent in earlier that I already answered them. Internally, Toei's calling it Super Saiyan 4. I don't know if they're going to change the name or not at the end of the day. I couldn't tell you. I hope they do change it. I hope they change it Super Saiyan Primal, something like that. What would you call it, Jordan? Super Saiyan Wukong, or what would you call it?
Probably like Super Saiyan, or maybe like Beast Awakened, or like Demon Awakened. I would probably use the word awakened in it because I think that's cool. I think it's a cool word. I don't know. I have to really think about what exactly I would call it, but it would definitely probably have something to do with demons.
Yeah, dude, the StreamYard is actually cracked. Like, I cannot see y'all super chats. Okay, Chase Davis says, gave a $10 super chat. Did it get skipped over? I don't remember, dude. I have gotten more super chats tonight than I have in years. If you send in a super chat and I skipped your question, listen to me. If you send in a super chat and I missed your question, number one, I apologize. Number two, email me, superfriendsmailbox@gmail.com, with a screenshot of the super chat, and I will email you back the answer. Okay? Yeah. Do me that favor, because if I skipped it, dude, I got way too many of them to go back and look for it. I would have to be scrolling for many minutes. So just do me that favor. Marco Gonzalez says, Vegeta begs Neva for SS4, then we get Vegerot. I don't think that's happening, bro. It's not really Vegeta's style to beg for anything, but who knows? Sparking Zero Productions. One more, sorry. Imagine if Goku beats Goma by using Janken scissors in the third eye like he used as a kid, Daima over GT design. So he's saying if Goku pokes Goma in the eye, bro. I don't know if that's going to work, bro, but that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
If he punches the third eye, Jordan, is that too much like the Moro? Remember how he hit Moro in the same place?
I don't think it's too much at all. I think it's consistent with just like how Dragon Ball does things. It's whatever, you know.
Bro, this motherfucker said, call it Super Saiyan 4 Super Saiyan. This fucking guy, bro. Hey, listen, I love you guys. Make sure you picked up the new Super Saiyan 4 merchandise in the Geekdom 101 store. I am the first guy with Super Saiyan 4 merch from Daima. Then, now, forever. Have you seen that, by the way?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if you saw it. Should I show the chat?
If you want to show them.
All right, let me see if I can show y'all what I'm talking about here. Hold on. All right, bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Hold on. Okay. So I would highly advise you to pick this up as soon as you can because I got the hookup. This is the brand new Super Saiyan 4 merchandise. Then, now, forever. Remember how I had the then, now, forever Gohan with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Gohan Beast? This is Super Saiyan 4 then, Super Saiyan 4 now, forever. If you've already gotten that Gohan shirt, this one goes right with it. Like they're supposed to be like, like linked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So pick this up today, bro. Pick this up today. Pick it up today. Anyway, that's enough of my promotion. Okay, we're almost done now. Chambiz says, got to give it to GTSS4 being Daima's more likely wouldn't exist or resemble without the OG. Chambiz, you are 100% right. If there was no GT, there would be no Daima. Jordan, how many people do you think forget about that?
Probably a lot of people. I mean, although it's kind of hard to forget at this point since Akio just basically pointed out that GT was such a huge inspiration. If you're keeping up with it, then, it's pretty obvious what's going on. So,
yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, it's all about fans want Super Saiyan 4. Now you've got it. Do Steve York, do you think without spoiling, this form comes back or is it done? I want to see him use Dragon Fist with those big monkey fists, or maybe Vegeta. I would like to see Dragon Fist also. I don't know how they beat Goma. I really genuinely don't. And would I like to see the form come back? Hell yeah. Don't know if it will though. I do like the form, Jordan. Like if they figure out a way, you know what I would like, bro? If you can't give this form to Goku and Vegeta, maybe they should give it to fucking Goten and Trunks. You know what I mean? Like maybe somebody else could
do it. There's lots of ways they can do it. Yeah.
Because Goten and Trunks are just fucking half of Gotenks now. They don't have their own identity. What if Goten and Trunks get this form? Right? Like here's what you do. Let Goku and Vegeta have Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego. Let Gohan have fucking Beast. And then have Goten and Trunks use this Super Saiyan 4. And then we're good. So anyways, all right. Thank you, 2H Zach. Jacob Johnson, this was a badass. Do you think we'll see adult version? Can't comment on that, bro. Stay tuned. Cody Wood, does knowing stuff months before change your viewing perspective? I'm not a spoiler hater, but knowing this was coming would make slow parts suck. Spoilers do not bother me all the time. They only bother me for, believe it or not, when it comes to Dragon Ball, spoilers don't bother me. When it comes to other things like Marvel, I don't like getting spoiled, or like, I don't know, TV shows. But for Dragon Ball, it doesn't really bother me. What about you?
It just depends on what it is, the spoiling. Most of the time, when I see images like character sheets and stuff like that, it doesn't really bother me because it's not spoiling to me the stuff that's like most important to me, which is like narrative driven stuff and stuff like that. So, most of the time the stuff that I do get spoiled on doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me that much at all. Like it's some people it does, and that's why I try. Here's the thing. I try to make everybody happy, but I can't. Some people just today I got shit for changing the thumbnail. Even though I changed it 5 hours after, so people had all day to watch the episode, I still got shit for it. And it's like you just can't please everybody, bro. People just like to complain. I can't do anything about that. I did the best I could for everyone. Okay, Sloppy Joe says, I think Glorio wishes them back to adults no time. Next week, it's possible. Unfading Resolve says, talk about the big monkey arms. Do you want to comment on this? I actually think it makes sense because he's more like an ape. I mean,
it's a force mute. He is having the more primal aspects of his genetics forced out of him by Neva. So it makes sense that he would have the big forearms, the fur, the big hands, and all that stuff. It's like basically like he's forcing, the great ape traits out of him in that sense. So yeah, it makes sense.
Bob Zor says, if your Uncle Jack helped you off a horse, would you help your Uncle Jack off a horse? I fell right into that one, bro.
You did, bro.
I fell right into it, bro. I like this guy. See, that's the kind of super chats. Those are the kind of people I like being around. People who aren't always serious, who can fucking be cool and make jokes and shit. That's the people. That's how I want this fandom to be. When I come on here and I act crazy, I'm doing it to entertain. I'm just here to entertain you. If I were just sitting here, right, and just being like everybody else, today, Goku achieved a new form, and it was drawn by Mitsubishi Toyota, and it was beautiful line art. You guys would fall fucking asleep, bro. You'd be fucking snoring on my ass on some sleep apnea shit. So I got to come on here and tell dirty jokes and shit, bro. You know why? Because Toriyama would. Right. Toriyama and I would get along so well, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, we would get along so well.
I got a sense of humor, for sure.
All right, Milagos Thomas. If the third eye provides such a significant boost in power, why would the prior Demon Kings not be able to beat the Tamagami? If the test after were true issue, any king with the eye could have easily orchestrated a W over it. He's 100% right about that, Jordan.
Yeah, he is right, but Neva didn't set up the Tamagami until after that, so.
He is 100% right about that.
But yeah, if they had the eye, yeah, they could have defeated the Tamagami with ease. That's true.
Ooh, that's a ban right there. I saw that comment, buddy. You're out. Anyways, let's continue here. Hugo says there were ups and downs to Daima for sure, but so far I think the ending is coming together nicely. Your thoughts? Yeah, I said that I thought that the last few episodes had to fucking like, deliver, and they are so far. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the ending, now the closer we get to the ending, the more I'm satisfied with Daima overall as a product. So
yeah, I really think this Super Saiyan 4 stuff is going to bring people around to at least like watch some of it, those who were skeptical of it. I would hope. I mean, I don't know. People are weird. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, in my opinion, if you are a Dragon Ball fan, you should try watching Dragon Ball before you criticize it. You can shit on it if you want to, but watch it first. Then you can criticize it. Okay. 2HV Zach says, my opinion on GT versus Daima SS4 is going to be more concrete once we get adult Goku and Daima with the form. I hope Super Saiyan 4 returns in the future. I don't know for sure if we're going to get the adult version, but if we do, then that's really going to satisfy a lot of people because you're going to get 2 new Super Saiyan forms.
Right.
2 new Super Saiyan 4s, excuse me.
Yeah.
All right. Sleep says, the third eye reminds me of Ultra Ego Vegeta. Whenever Goku got stronger, so did Goma. Just a thought, but could the third eye be tie-in to God of Destruction? I don't think so.
No, I think it's just the eye is extremely powerful and it only uses as much magic power as it needs to respond to whatever situation it's in.
These people are still sending me money, bro. I said stop sending me money and they're still doing it. It's like I can't even get mad, but I'm also overwhelmed. Sunday we'll be back with another stream. I promise. Okay. The real rebel Eric says people overthink the Bible as well, and look where we are. Look where we are. Slow down and listen, guys. Geek them, you're the GOAT. Thanks for what you do. Well, I mean, that was from earlier when that guy was like, did you just call Dragon Ball the Bible? No, I said the manga is the Bible of Dragon Ball, the original books of Dragon Ball. I didn't compare it to the Holy Scripture, bro. I'm not comparing the Bible to Genesis, dog. If you really think that, you need to have your head examined. Or, the gospel of Jesus Christ. It's a cartoon. It's a comic book about a monkey boy, dog. I'm not comparing it to Jesus Christ. It's just weird. Okay, now my YouTube is crashing on me, so bear with me for 1 second. This is a wild day, bro. Damn, bro. Did Super Saiyan 4 really break the internet even on YouTube, Jordan?
Looks that way. Yeah.
Bro, I'm trying to get these super chats back. I just lost them again. Now, dude, now YouTube won't even show them. What kind of shit is this? I can't even answer people's questions anymore.
Whoa. Yeah, I can't see him either.
Dude, I'm serious. This is what the fuck is going on?
I can't see him. I could see him earlier, but I can't see him now.
What in the hell just happened? Dude, I'm actually worried about this because I don't want people who send in questions to like not get their question answered. Oh, but geek them. Oh, you're greedy and all you care about is money. Yeah. Fucking morons. All right, let me see here. I'm trying to get those questions back. Bear with me. This is worrying me. Okay, wait. I think I got him back. I think I got him back. Okay, wait. Oh my God, dude. I cannot believe that there were this many super chats. Like a lot of them were, oh my God. Okay, here we go. Okay, I found where I left off. Okay, we've got a few more left. Sean Stewart says, this was pure fun. Today, though, is a reminder a lot of the fandom just can't sit down and have fun. Yeah, that's true. Stoner Jones says, so people who want spoilers have to go elsewhere. I'm the only guy who's revealing information about Daima. If you want to go elsewhere, go find it somewhere else. I don't care. I'm not going to leak stuff on the stream because we got 2 weeks left. So wait your 2 weeks. We're almost done. Not Zach Play says, this was an awesome episode. Big thanks to Geekdom 101 and Jordan for the Mandalorian. And I'm even more excited for next week's episode. More surprises to come. Mandalorian's every Tuesday at, we do it at 4, right?
Yeah, 4 to 6.
At 4, and we read the original manga. Yeah, so you should be there. And here we go with more super chats. I told them not to send it anymore, and they keep doing it. Chris says, Broly accessing SS4 because of his rage would be cool. Yeah, but he can't because you need magic, bro. You need magic to access this Super Saiyan 4. The Daima Super Saiyan 4, this one, you need magic. If Broly got magic, we're good. If Broly learns how to do magic, spends a weekend with David Copperfield or David Blaine, then we'll see Super Saiyan 4. Maybe he'll pull it out of his ass like David Blaine does. Goku's body was able to leave from experience of being God, and he was able to use it at will afterwards. Magic aside, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that he's able to use SS4 in the future. Jordan, man, it's like they don't listen, bro. Like,
I mean, I don't know what you expect at this point. Let's just move on.
I mean, Joseph sent the super chat in. Bro, if Goku could access Super Saiyan 4, why didn't he use it against Beerus?
Yeah, the magic aspects of it not only serve like the grander narrative, like I said earlier, but it also literally explains the inconsistency that people are the most concerned with, and that is that he can't access it outside of this very specific scenario, and I think that that's important. I really do.
Yes, if Super Saiyan 4 was able to be accessed outside of Neva, he would have done it already. This is just for this battle with Goma. Now, could they bring it back way later on? Sure, but not at will. Like, that part's not happening. Trevor said, SS4 Goku about to hit Giant Goma with the Dragon Fist. People really want that, bro. Dude, they'll have a... Do you think if Goku does the Dragon Fist, will the internet crash?
Maybe.
Let's ask the people. Should Goku use Dragon Fist in Daima to kill Goma? All right, y'all, vote in the poll.
Freak out. I don't know about it crashing the internet, but they would definitely freak out for sure.
Yeah. All right. Terry Hill says SS4 with Kaioken I wanted to see. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Andrew Pickett was just looking at the universe symbols from DBS Tournament of Power. Universe 11 is the only one that just looks like a round eye design. I want to know if there's any connection to the Pride Troopers and Goma design. Well, they both have very similar clothing. So is it out of the realm of possibility there's a connection? No. But remember, Jiren's master was killed by a demon. Could that have a tie into Goma?
Yeah, interesting to
Like,
think about.
I would love it. I would love it if Universe 11 had a tie into the Demon Realm. I would love it.
Awesome.
All right, let's see what the poll's at. 84% have said yes. 16% have said no so far. Jacob Johnson, I sketched the form before this, hoping to see SS4. The art I have has adult SS4 Goku with pointy ears, fangs, black nails, and upgraded power pole. I saw something like that on Twitter. Don't know if it was your art, but there was a lot of like Super Saiyan 4-esque art. This was the worst kept secret. People knew.
Yeah.
That people knew. I didn't leak it, but it was getting around. The real Rebel Eric. When Goma had the big attack on Goku, he turned SS4. I thought Goku was going to deflect it with a kick as a tribute to GT. You know what? That would have been awesome. He's talking about the scene where hold on.
Yeah, where the negative chi is turned into positive chi by Gogeta. Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
He's talking Gogeta. No, he's talking about this right here. Oh, you mean, I'm sorry. I'm talking about this episode's version.
Yeah.
Because Goma, where's it at, bro? Goma, I got to get to the part where, there it is. Look at this shit, bro. Look at it. What's up with his eyes, bro? Look at this motherfucker, bro. Look at this motherfucker. Awesome.
Yeah, demonic. Like I said, his eyes very clearly had that demonic vibe to him. That
my water bottle's right here, bro. Yeah, very demonic. And there's the other demon. My water bottle is empty, I'm afraid, Wilfredo. Yeah, but look at, bro, how could you not like this, bro? This is like classic Dragon Ball, bro. This is the shit that all the fucking like casual babbies like. This type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking badass fucking.
Yeah, they'll always find a reason to hate on it though, unfortunately. But yeah, it is awesome.
Bro, look right here. GG says straight aura form. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. This is crazy. Okay. Lil Bear Gaming. What if we get in a future arc Goku fuses with SS4 with Ultra Instinct? Jesus, this is fan service as fuck. And we get the SS5 concept kind of from the early 2000s from the guy who made SS5. He's talking about Tablos. Well, like we talked about before, bro, Toyotaro is in charge now, I think. We assume anything's possible. Normally I would have said, nah, we're never going to see that. I'm not so sure anymore. Law Zone, will there ever be a Daima manga adaptation? None that I know of. Probably not. Gaming Hub, I feel the Majin symbol is a ripoff of the third eye. We talked about this earlier in the Discord, brother. The whole like symbol in your forehead, it's like, I mean, you know, bro, like it goes back centuries. Same thing with the M in Revelations, it's 666 on your forehead. Like having something on your forehead represents you're submitting to it.
Yeah.
So
I understand what he means. Like it is very possible that the Majin mark is something that Bobby developed under Abara due to the fact that the magic the third eye went missing. That would be really interesting. Yeah.
Actually, that the way you phrased it, I actually like that.
Yeah.
Bro, look at these awesome shots of Goku. Look at this shit, bro. That shit is raw, dog. You gotta be an idiot to not think that shit doesn't look beautiful. Okay. Hold on. This is from Bellman. Are you opposed to having Goku work on learning and developing magical abilities through a mentor to diverse his abilities in combat? Just curious. Opposed? That's what I want. You're telling me, dude, you're telling me what I want from Dragon Ball. You are literally describing what I want, bro. What's the opposite of opposed? Whatever the opposite is, that's me. Hakai Power, dude, love you. Oh, come on with the fucking thumbnail spoiler. I gave you 5 hours.
5 hours, bro. 5 hours.
You had 5 hours, bro. I warned everybody for 2 weeks. stay off the internet. I did the best I could. I saw YouTubers, not going to name no names, who had Super Saiyan 4 in their thumbnail 20 minutes after the episode aired, and I was not one of them. You fucking go unsub to them or whatever, bro. I did the best I could. Okay, I really did. Genuinely. Carolus Rex, cooler next. I hope so. Jay Fire says, Third Eye seems to adapt to power struggle consistently, increasing the user. Imagine the ultimate Zenkai during battle. You know what? That's a very good point that he made, bro. That's a very good point. What do you think about that?
No, I think he's on the money for sure.
Okay, I'm going to refresh the stream. It may kick me out. Hopefully not. If so, I'll return momentarily. Give me just a second.
Oh, gosh. They kicked him out, guys. Do you guys have any questions for me that aren't super chats? You can drop them down there.
Back.
Okay, he's back. Never mind.
I'm back. Stand by. Sorry. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. You're fine.
You were saying something about asking you questions?
Yeah, I was just going to say if they had any questions while you're gone, they could ask.
I refreshed it and I still didn't get the super chats back. I'm
okay, sorry. There's only a few left. I'll read them out loud. So
no, I got them. No, hold on. I got them. I meant I didn't get them back in StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. Yeah. So what do you think about the Third Eye being the ultimate Zenkai?
I mean, it does seem to use magic to compensate for whatever situation it's in. So it is very similar to Zenkai. That's true.
Yeah, except it's like when Vegeta said Broly, he's learning as he fights.
Yeah, but it's magic that's doing it instead, which makes it a little bit more unique.
You guys got to remember, this show, on all the Toei documentation, on everything that we have, says is called Dragon Ball Magic. The name Daima, Toriyama didn't come up with the name Daima until right before the announcement?
Yep.
Something like that. It was like right before.
Yeah, I remember when it got leaked that they were patenting the name for Dragon Ball Daima. Yeah, I remember all that.
Jim Slim says, what if they have Goku mix this SS4 with Ultra Instinct? We've gotten this question a lot tonight. They could have it look like SS5 from AF, which would be full circle for Totaro. We've gotten that question like 3 times. And I'll tell you this, okay?
Very possible.
True, but what I was going to say is I would have never imagined we would ever get a show where they brought Super Saiyan 4 back, especially like when they first introduced Super Saiyan God in Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, right? I thought that was them kind of saying we're done with the numbers and we're not going to contradict GT. We're going to go a separate path. And that's why we have God and Blue and Rose. But now that they've repurposed, recreated Super Saiyan 4 with changes, anything's possible. Literally anything's possible, dude. Like, I once made a video 10 years ago, guys, where I said, you're never going to see Trunks again. Broly's never coming back, and there will not be an evil Goku. And look what happened. You really think that I'm the best person? That's how you know that when I give you a leak, it's legit and I'm not guessing. Because every time that I've made a guess, I've been wrong. But when I leak, it's true. Yes, age poorly, Speed Punch. Exactly.
Megan Hassan, Goku is making Glorio a better person, but I also think he's making the entire Demon Realm better people as well. So
he has that effect on people. Okay. Lone Wolf says Goku hits the eye with the Nioibo. I actually would like that finish. What do you think about that?
Badass. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Be really cool.
Juan Carlos Royal Aun. To me, it's clear that they're going to show a fusion. Otherwise, they wouldn't have introduced the fusion bug things. Anyone that believes otherwise is my enemy by default. Well, the bugs are going to come into play. That is going to happen. So, this form is some I didn't expect. Dragon Fist FTW from various MV. Yeah, me neither until I heard about it. Okay. The Resistant 45 Glorio's last word on Namekian is Chidop, which makes me think they'll be turned back from children to adults. Well,
Maybe.
Resistance, how the fuck does this guy know Namekian, bro?
Maybe.
This dude knows Namekian better than Piccolo. Resistance 45.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hakai Power says, he says, do you think Vegeta will get SS4? I cannot comment on that, bro. I can't because if I say no, then it's a leak, or it could be a leak. And if I say yes, It could be a leak. So it's like and he the first thing he wrote is, why do I have to be rude? And it's like, there you go again, bro. Like, it's not rude, it's entertainment. I'm
right.
Grow a spine, bro, please. All right, Roni Ron says, how does this tag in with Super Series? I'm not sure what you mean by tag in, but we've been talking about this now for a couple hours when it comes to, and by the way, I think we're almost done with the super chats. I think that we got 2 left.
That is the list that I'm looking at. There's only one more after his. So.
Right. Okay, we might be good here. So if you're asking about how it, because he wrote tag in, I'm guessing he means tie in. This is the question we keep getting. Goku is not going to use Super Saiyan 4 because it's only accessible through magic.
And as far as it tying into it, we will see in the future. Like Danny's already said that there is news that suggests that, you know, the events of Daima will lead to future stuff in Super. We will see. We will have to just wait and see. Because like he said, that was prior to Toriyama's passing. Although Daima was written in 2022 for the most part, or it started production in 2022. So it's very likely that Toyotaro may have some stuff handed to him, you know, that's related to Daima for the future. We don't know. We'll just have to wait and find out.
All of that is true. Not to mention that, like, it's obvious if you watch the episode. Well, okay, let me take that back. Maybe not obvious, but it's clear, at least to me, that Goku cannot access this form by himself without magic. I mean, he can't.
Exactly.
And so that's why he only uses 3 on Beerus. Now, if the question, here's a question that I'm surprised we didn't get. Would Super Saiyan 4 have worked on Beerus? And to be honest, I don't think it would have done it. I think Beerus would have still won the fight. But I don't think Goku may have lasted a little bit longer, but I'm not sure if he would have beat Beerus.
No, I actually don't even think he would last a little bit longer. I actually think they're trying to be consistent with the scaling, despite the fact that Super is before Daima. I still think they're trying to peg this right below Super Saiyan God on purpose. That's just my opinion, though.
So, no, and that makes sense. I mean, that's what I was saying, is that earlier, you guys got to go back and check out the stream earlier. Earlier, I said that Dragon Ball Daima takes place in this part of the timeline 3 years before Super, because they can't do this after the end of Z or after the superhero arc, because Goku's already got these god powers. So when they came up with this whole Daima shit, the idea was to give Goku a form that he could use in the demon realm, but only accessible through the demon realm. It's not like Goku can just tap into this. We've been saying it for 2.5 hours now. Like, this is not a form that he trained to get. Neva is broken, all right? Like, let's just keep it a buck. Neva unlocked Tamagami 2's power, and he gave Vegeta a hard time. Neva's magic with fucking Saiyan biology, you see the result, bro. You see the result.
Right.
So, okay, let's wrap this up, man. We got like 3 more here.
3 more, yeah.
Pure Nut says, I really want to see Goku and Vegeta with their tails. I'm sorry. As true Saiyans, do you think they will do that? And how do y'all feel about that? Maybe leads to S4. Well, no. The tail grew back for Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
Hey, so can I show you something cool?
Sure.
I'm going to show the chat too, by the way, since you know, you'll see. Give me a second. So You see, hold on. Give me a minute, y'all. I want to show you something. Okay, so look at this. I have had this in my possession for quite some time now. What is this that we're looking at? This is an internal Toei document. And look right there in plain English.
Yep.
Now, notice this right here, right? This is SS4 Goku. Oh my god. Oh my god, is that the same shot? Could it be? Holy shit. It's the same thing.
Yep.
But Jordan, I thought I didn't have any sources. I thought I was a phony. What happened to that, bro?
People have been saying.
Where are you at? Where are you at, bro? Where's all the fucking phonies at? Where are you at, dog? They're calling me a fraud. Where are you at? When did you have it? I just said for months, bro. Anyways, let's finish up. Dai-chan says, don't let the stream end. Well, Jordan and I have stuff to do, bro. Masky says, I think Gloria is going to wish them to be adults. It's possible. I mean, it'll happen, just when. We'll see. I think, okay, and then Barry Likely, not McCockiner, says, oh, God, I'm sorry. Will the Poltaras come into play? We answered that earlier. It's possible, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Wait, did I? Okay, yeah, we're still here. Okay, anyways. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to catch up. I keep getting more. I literally said stop sending me money, and they keep doing it. Like, it's like they want me to be here forever, bro, and we can't do that. All right. Deuce D. York says SS4 definitely is magic. Goku kept shirt after reverting. Oh, that's true. He's right. I forgot all about that. Goku got his shirt back.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier. Yeah.
No, I completely forgot. Oh, shit. Oh my God, he completely forgot. All right. Okay, and then Del Cloud says, I might as well start rewatching the old movies and series if everything's going to be an ass pull, Gohan Beast, or remakes. Tired of this.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just watch the old shit if you're going to bitch about the new shit. I agree.
I agree, too. And to be honest, and I'm not saying that I'm not as mad as Del Clouds is, but the old shit's always going to be better. Like, let's just keep it a buck, bro. Dragon Ball and Z are going to be better than the new stuff. That's just, and I'm not hating, it's just true. Like, the Toriyama was in his prime back then, man. It was a special time. It's like Star Wars, It was better back in the day. Hakai Power says, do you like my Vegeta tattoo? It's in my profile pic. From what I can see of it, I like it, but it's very small on my screen. So, all right. I think that might be it for the stream, y'all. I answer everything, man. Is everybody happy? I mean, hopefully I gave y'all some entertainment for 2.5 hours. Like, did I answer y'all's questions, bro? I hope I did. We're going to be back on Sunday and talking more about Super Saiyan 4. We just got another one, bro. What Gloria wish goes complete left turn and
he wishes to be the Supreme Demon King himself. I doubt that, but that is an interesting idea.
But yeah, I was going to say that would actually be a twist. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
If he just says, fuck all you guys, I'm going to be the king myself. So there you go. Anyways, I'm getting out of here. So y'all have a good one. I will see you tomorrow. I'm dropping the breakdown on all this Super Saiyan 4 shit. And I will see you guys Sunday at like 4. We'll talk then. Take care.
See you guys.